Good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of Jackson Hole High School Sports. It's Jackson Hole Radio Network bringing you the action, and we're live at William McIntosh Stadium as the Jackson Bronx host the Powell Panthers here on senior night for Jackson. This is a big game, an important game for, well, both teams, really. For the Jackson Bronx coming in, a win here would certainly help their bid in the postseason. Guaranteed a spot already in the playoffs, but they would love to be able to move up a few seeds. For the Powell Panthers, boy, there's no team as dangerous as a team that everybody is counting out. Nobody expects anything from the Powell Panthers out of the playoff picture and still looking for their first win in conference, their first win of the year. But, man, that makes me nervous. The Panthers come in ranked 11th. They're 0-7 overall, 0-3 in 3A conference play. Jackson Bronx 5-2 overall, 2-1 in conference, come in as the new number 5 ranked team in the 3A. Chase Kistler is calling the shots, head coach of the Panthers, and for the Jackson Bronx, Keith Johnson will be pacing the sidelines. This is going to be a good one. We'll let you know, first off, why the Jackson Bronx are wearing their road whites tonight. And, of course, it's senior night. A lot to cover and a lot to hear from Coach Keith Johnson. That's all coming up at the Bronx pregame show. You're enjoying Bronx football on KZ95 and the Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network. Back with the pregame after this.
Hey Bronx fans, want the best security for your home or business? Well, call the local experts today at Pye Barker Fire and Safety, formerly known as Mountain Alarm. Pye Barker provides world-class fire, security, life safety, and surveillance, teamed with unmatched customer service and the highest-rated 24/7 monitoring. With their state-of-the-art systems, you can get text or email alerts in the event of an alarm or view live and recorded video on any device. You can also remotely control your thermostat, lights, locks, garage doors, and so much more. Call 307-733-5844 today to get a free assessment and no obligation quote on a new or upgraded system for your home or business, courtesy of Pye Barker Fire and Safety.
You're watching and listening to live coverage of Jackson Hole High School sports on KZ95.
So before we dig into tonight's game, let's take you back a week and the Evanston contest when the Jackson Bronx and the Evanston Red Devils tangle. That was down in Uintah County. Perhaps you were watching in, listening in. I hope so. We asked Coach Keith Johnson what was good, what was bad that he took away from that game. Here's what Coach Johnson had to say about the game last week.
Evanston's always a tough place to play. Those guys play physical, and they're well coached. What do I like about it? This team, I think, different from teams here in the past, does not quit. And we got down again, and we just fight back because we have a sense that we can win the game no matter where we're at. And we have the offense that can kind of explode back in to get us points when we need it. So that part I liked a lot. I still think we have work to do on the little stuff, our tackling and our physicality, but to come out with another win and get it in a road game where both teams needed it to make the playoffs, it was a great outcome.
Yeah, that win last week makes it 2 in a row for the Jackson Bronx. As Coach Johnson said, got to work on tackling, and boy, that's never been more important than it will be tonight. There's a guy in the Panthers that's very hard to tackle. For the Jackson Bronx, as we said, they come in 5-2 overall, 2-1 in conference, riding a 2-game win streak. For the Panthers, 7 straight losses to begin the season. Still looking for that first elusive W. It's senior night for the Jackson Bronx. This game going to be played with a ton of emotion. Many seniors will be playing their final game on this field assuming Jackson does not secure a 2 seed, this could be the last game some of these seniors will ever play here. So do you let them play with that emotion? Do you have them harness it, or you try to tamp it down? How do you work the emotions in a big emotional game? We asked Coach Johnson just how important it is to play with a little edge.
Great question. There's a lot of emotion out on that field, and I hope we channel it in the right way. I think we will. But we had some sessions, even as recently as last night, where we're honoring these seniors, where the team's honoring these seniors, and I think you're going to see a different spunk to the team tonight. You're going to see us in white. They asked for it, and thanks to Powell for agreeing. So you got a white out, even though it's a home game, and it's going to be a special night for those guys. We got a lot of them this year. We only had eight or nine last year. This year we've got 20. So it means a lot to us.
Yeah, Jackson will graduate a lot of seniors this year. Panthers, Powell graduated a lot of seniors last year, Kimmy, and that means they have probably the youngest team in the 3A. They're starting a ton of juniors, sophomores. They're so young, and that's the reason why they're 0-7, quite honestly. Young team.
Yeah, they're rebuilding.
They're on the rebuild, but they're going to present some problems. As you heard Coach Johnson say, it's a whiteout here at the Willie Mack. Normally the Jackson Bronx would be in their home colors, but they're going to be wearing the whites. And the Panthers will don their both teams are black and orange when you get down to it.
I know, I walked up and I was a little confused. I was going to walk out and see some of the coaches I knew from Powell, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's our team.
It's
in white.
It's a Halloween game early. It always is when these two teams play. A lot of black and orange, that's for sure. Senior night tonight. One more visit with Coach Johnson. When we come back, we'll ask him what particular challenges the Panthers bring. And don't think a winless team isn't scary to play. They got nothing to lose. This one has trap game written all over it. We'll talk about that when we come back. It's the Bronx Pregame Show on the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
Hey, moms and dads. You're teaching us stuff every day, even when you don't mean to. Pretty soon, we'll think we know everything, but at least for now, we think you do. But even we know that it's not okay to text and drive, because when you're texting, you're not driving. Pretty soon, we'll be the ones driving, and you're going to want us to be safe. But we're going to remember what you show us more than what you tell us. So put your seatbelt on and turn your cell phone off.
Paid for by YDOT.
Let's get back to the live action on KZ95. Here's Jake Nichols.
Yeah, for Jackson Hole Radio, I'm Jake. She's Kimmy. We're bringing you all the action courtesy of WYDOT, Wyoming Department of Transportation, keeping our highways safe. Pi Barker Fire and Safety, faster to any disaster. Jackson Hole Ford, locally owned and operated dealership. Big O Tires, a reputation you can ride on. In the Target Plaza, Blue Spruce Cleaners, green, affordable, convenient, friendly dry cleaning service. And Silverlight Fiber Network, the fastest internet in town. Jackson Bronx, let's see. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape by the numbers. The Bronx offense, 32 points per game. They've been scoring a ton lately. Jackson Bronx in the last two games have scored 36 points against Green River, 37 against Evanston, and averaging 32 on the year. That's pretty good. What isn't too good is surrendering 33 points on the season. That ranks their defense 9th overall. Still pretty good against the rush. Number 3 team stopping the run are the Bronx. And what Jackson does well, obviously, is throw the ball. 268 yards on average through the air per game. That's number 1 passing attack in the 3A, led by Grant Johnson, the number 1 quarterback. He's throwing for 67.5% completion rate. No quarterback is better in that category. 23 touchdowns to just 6 interceptions. Grant Johnson has been leading the way, big number 10, and he's closing in, Kimmy, on a 2,000-yard season this year.
Oh, awesome.
He's getting close. He may do it this game if he puts up 3 bills, but we'll see. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they used to just love to run the ball. They're still running, but not with a lot of success. 67 yards per game. That is ranked dead last. They don't pass a whole lot better. 88 yards a game, ranked second to last. Good news is for the Panthers, they get their starting quarterback back. Tanner Seifert is back after 2 weeks injured. He got hurt in that Cody game. Karcher Foley has been stepping in for the last 2 weeks. Karcher just a sophomore, and while he was in, this team really ran it all the time. Now, what Powell does kind of well is defend the pass. They're the number 6th ranked pass defense, so can Jackson throw on this team? We'll find out. And then Panther players to watch. You're going to hear us call number 22's name a bunch, I think. Lincoln Crawford. He's got good size. Seems every time we play Powell, they have a big, bruising running back. He's big, and he's got 49 yards on the season, averaging 4 yards per carry. Now, he doesn't have that breakaway, go to the house speed. His longest run on the year is 18 yards. But what he does is he hits the hole fast, and he hits it with speed, and he is hard to tackle. You better wrap him up and get him down. They got a 2 running back attack. Number 44, Rowan Diaz, pretty good as well. He's one of the few seniors on this team. And then watch for Brecken Cobbs. He's the favorite wide receiver of the quarterback, Tanner Seifert. When they catch the ball, it's usually Cobbs. Brock Frank is number 2. Defense leads the team in tackles. Brock Frank, really good defensively. Plays kind of a rover safety. He's in coverage, but he loves to crowd the box and stop the run. He could be a problem. And for the Jackson Bronx, well, they're led by Grant Johnson, as we said, number 1 quarterback in the 3A. Cooper Kinsler averaging 5.6 yards per carry, has 620 yards on the season. Jake Simmons, Tyson Kendall, both tied for the team lead in receptions with 42. Liam Logan is kind of the third man on the receiving totem pole, and Thomas King, you'll hear a little bit about him. Here's what Coach Johnson said that his Bronx better do if they want to secure a win against Powell.
Every week when we meet, Jake, I think I should talk to you on Monday and not Friday. Why am I talking to you on Friday? I think you've done all the scout work. You know exactly what we're talking about here. They've got their regular quarterback back. They'll throw a little bit more, but I still think they're run heavy because they run effectively, and they're a very physical football team. So you're exactly right. We've made some adjustments to get hands on these guys and on that guy in particular. And look, we got to lower the pads and pick up and tackle. And I think that's the emotion I'm hoping for. But yeah, look, if you want to call me on Monday next week, that would be awesome.
Coach wants to help me. He wants to put me on the scout team. Well, what I've seen on film is Lincoln Crawford just came alive last week. He runs out of the I formation usually. Now, it's hard to say. Powell's offense depends on who's quarterbacking. And when it was the QB2 last week, they ran a bunch. In fact, Crawford ran the ball 34 carries for 180 yards, something like that. He's tough. He's hard to bring down. He's a big kid. He's listed at 5'11", 170, but that's no way. No way. He's 6'1", 185 minimum. He's a big kid, and he's tough to bring down. Also, watch out for this game, Kimmy. In football, what is the most scary thing? When you're home, senior night, you're already maybe got an eye on next week at Cody, and you're thinking Powell Panthers, they haven't won a game all year. You're already counting this as a W. That's scary, man.
It is.
We asked Coach whether he's overlooking these Panthers.
Well, like I said, we might have figured that out a little sooner, but hopefully we'll see if we can tighten it up on defense tonight. I'm nervous about this game. It's a trap game. They haven't won a game yet. They always play tough, and they, on film, did not look like a team that hadn't won a football game. They're a better team.
Yeah, last week they actually average. They out what do I want to say? They out offensed Green River. They just didn't win on the scoreboard, but they gained more yards than Green River. That actually, every time you watch this Powell team, you're like, you know what? They're not bad. They can move the ball. They do young mistakes. They snap the ball over somebody's head. They actually don't fumble a lot. I think they have one lost fumble on the year. But penalties, they do dumb mistakes that hurt themselves. But there's stuff there to be worried about. They bring some things. Jackson last week, we saw them switch up the defense a little bit. Liam McPeak had a fantastic game at outside linebacker. I'll be interested to see if McPeak continues to be aggressive as that edge rush. He was in the backfield all night long last week in Evanston. We talked about the defense with Coach Johnson.
Yeah, you're going to see some heavy fronts. And, we've had trouble in our secondary, and I think it's not because of our athletes. I think it's when we get guys crossing zones, the pass-off can get confusing. And so when we have played man, you've seen that we stiffen up, and I think we're willing to take those gambles tonight, just like they are, by the way. They love to play man and cover zero, and we are going to put the extra guys on the box and make them beat us.
Yeah, Powell does play a lot of man-on-man on defense and pass coverage. Jackson typically doesn't. And as you heard Coach say, maybe the reason guys have been getting open in the secondary on the Bronx is it's harder to play zone than it is man. Man, your assignment. I cover you. That's
I'm going
easy.
after you. I'm watching you. Yeah.
I'm going to go wherever you go. That's simple. And when you have the athletes, you can do that. But zone is schemed in particular to confuse opposing quarterbacks. You don't know who's got who, and sometimes it ends up just confusing you. You don't know who's got who in coverage, and that has been an issue for the Bronx. They have the worst-rated pass defense in all the 3A. They have been victimized over and over. So maybe playing man, and that will factor into my keys to the game, which we'll get to next. It's the Bronx Pregame Show, just minutes from kick here at the Willie Mack. We'll be right back after these.
Cashmere, silk, down, or denim, Blue Spruce Cleaners is where you take them. We have a friendly, knowledgeable staff, eager and happy to serve you, in 2 locations and on the road, with daily pickup and delivery service and expert tailoring on site. We offer the best in green, effective, and gentle cleaning, with Green Earth Cleaning and professional laundry for your sweaters, gowns, comforters, and linens. Blue Spruce Cleaners is a recognized reduce, reuse, recycle business leader, providing green, affordable, and friendly service to our community for over 20 years. Whatever the season, whatever the reason, Blue Spruce Cleaners.
This is KZ95 with live coverage of the Jackson Bronx.
Just about 6-7 minutes away from kick, and here's my keys to the game. I think the Bronx want to live in the Panthers' backfield for 2 reasons. Number one, if you're going to stop their big back, Lincoln Crawford, you want to do it early. When this guy gets a head of steam going, he is not somebody you want to step in front of. He's big and he's punishing. I think you'd be better off meeting him in the backfield before he gets going. Also, this Panther passing attack can be effective, but their quarterback needs time. This offensive line for the Powell Panthers is not very good. They're young. They're not big, and that's saying something because every time we play Powell, this seems to be a gigantic team. They're not terribly big, and that offensive line has got issues. So I think you got to take advantage of that. You got to live in the backfield for the Panthers. The other one is finish tackles. You got to make sure you get Crawford down, and Diaz for that matter as well. These Panthers running backs do not go down easily. So make sure you tackle. And finally, win the one-on-one battles. We don't talk about one-on-one battles in football very often. Occasionally it's a hockey term. But whatever your assignment is, one-on-one, if you're a defensive lineman, beat your block. Get off your block. If you're a defensive back in the secondary, cover your guys. Stay with them. Win the one-on-one battles. Make this just you and the other guy. And I think Jackson has more talent than the Panthers do if they just make it a one-on-one battles. That's my keys to the game. As we get ready to start this one, look at that. Senior night, Jackson wearing the white. They had some dude land on the paraglider, right?
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty fun.
I was watching the boys run out, but I was like, oh, yeah, someone did land senior night, last home game of the year.
Oh,
Not last game, last home game.
They may... there may be a scenario to play here again on Halloween.
How?
Jackson would have to beat Cody next week.
We could do it.
And that would match us up against a 3 seed, which means we would be a 2 seed and we would host the opening round. But we have to win in Cody. That would be tough, but not impossible.
Not impossible.
Yeah. We're going to the national anthem, so we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to kick this one off here at the Willie Mack. It's the Panthers and the Bronx here in Jackson on the KZ95 of the Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network.
The fastest internet in Jackson is coming your way. For a limited time, Silverlight Fiber Network is constructing fiber internet to homes in Jackson for free. Pick between 4 internet providers and swap at any time. See if you're in Silverlight's current area and check out which neighborhood is next at silverlight-fiber.com. Silverlight-fiber.com.
Hey Bronx fans, want the best security for your home or business? Well, call the local experts today at Pye Barker Fire and Safety, formerly known as Mountain Alarm. Pye Barker provides world-class fire, security, life safety, and surveillance, teamed with unmatched customer service and the highest-rated 24/7 monitoring. With their state-of-the-art systems, you can get text or email alerts in the event of an alarm or view live and recorded video on any device. You can also remotely control your thermostat, lights, locks, garage doors, and so much more. Call 307-733-5844 today to get a free assessment and no obligation quote on a new or upgraded system for your home or business, courtesy of Pye Barker Fire and Safety.
Hey, moms and dads, you're teaching us stuff every day, even when you don't mean to. Pretty soon, we'll think we know everything, but at least for now, we think you do. But even we know that it's not okay to text and drive, because when you're texting, you're not driving. Pretty soon, we'll be the ones driving, and you're going to want us to be safe. But we're going to remember what you show us more than what you tell us. So put your seatbelt on and turn your cell phone off.
Paid for by YDOT.
Well, I'm excited for this one. Jackson Bronx will be in the white, even though they're home. They wanted a whiteout tonight. So they asked if Powell would wear their colors. Powell said, sure, we'll wear the black and orange. So it's Jackson in their home whites, we'll say, trimmed in orange and black. Black numbers, black helmets, a little bit of orange trim. And for the Powell Panthers, really the same thing. These two teams rock the black and orange. Powell in their colors.
I do like that one's all white and the other one's all black right now.
Yeah.
With just pops of orange.
Easy to see on the field. You see all the team captains out there. Although for the Jackson Bronx,
Is it all the seniors?
It is, yes. That's why. They don't have the usual.
I know, they all walked out like 5, and I'm like, I think all the seniors are going out there.
out there, yeah. Hunter Boss is out there. So, yeah, they send out some senior leadership on senior night for Jackson. We got some seniors that will never play on this field again.
It always makes me sad. I still can go back to my high school year, my senior year, and I remember our last football game on the field.
Yeah.
Okay, Powell's receiving.
Jackson will kick and then receive the ball in the second half, and we'll see the Bronx on defense first. For the Powell Panthers, they'll receive. Once again, Powell winless on the year, but there's something about these Panthers. Everybody loves to beat Jackson, right? You know, Powell would love nothing better to get that first win of the year right now, tonight.
And they're going to fight for it.
And for the Jackson Bronx, this is a game where you could see a letdown. 2 emotional wins back-to-back, Evanston and Green River here. Maybe a letdown. You got Cody next week. You've already made the playoffs, and you're playing a winless team. So, to me, it's got all the makings of what they call a trap game, where you could count it as a W and then forget to go out and earn it. So, Jackson has got to be careful here and make sure they take care of business as they get ready to kick, moving left to right. It's going to be Alexi Balo doing the kicking for the Bronx. And we'll try to see who's back to receive for Powell. Where's my? I'm gonna need my
I'm like,
field
I can't. My
glasses
eyes
today.
are really watery today, so I'm like, I can't help you at all. I can't. I brought my glasses, but it ain't gonna work. So, oh, here we go. And
there's the kick, and it's going to be, that almost stayed in play, but it will go into the end zone for a touchback. Powell will take over at the 20. As it just does go over the head of Brock Frank, the junior. And the Panthers will set up shop with their starting QB. They're happy to have Tanner Seaford back at the helm. He's missed the last 2 games. He got hurt in that Cody game.
but see, that could be a key too of them losing the last 2 weeks.
Oh, for sure. I watched the game last week when Karcher Foley took over, the sophomore. Karcher wasn't too bad, and really it was the breakout game for Lincoln Crawford, the running back. I thought he was fantastic. They bring up, they'll run a lot of I pattern. They're in the I with 2 receivers split left, bottom of your screen. The give is to Crawford, the big guy, and he's going nowhere. Lost a yard on that play. It'll be 2nd and 11. And that's what I said. If you're going to stop Crawford, you got to do it behind the line of scrimmage, and Jackson did it there. Good stop and a good start for the Bronx defense. These Powell Panthers also take a ton of time between plays. Jackson
Well, I got
is
to talk
so
about
fast.
it, and you got a young team too.
Oh, my God. The quarterback runs over to the sideline and gets the play from the coach, and it takes forever. 2nd and 11 to give again to Crawford. Got a little more room this time as he picks his way to the 25, picks up 6, leaving a 3rd and 5 for Powell.
Handoff up the middle is able to gain 3 yards. It brings up 3rd and 7 for the Powell Panthers.
It's a passing situation for Powell. They pass a lot better on 1st and 2nd down. When you know they have to throw, it makes it really tough. They have design roles for their quarterback, Seaford. This offensive line has trouble protecting the quarterback, and they have all year. He does not have great numbers, but he's pretty good when he has time. The thing is, he never has time. 2 receivers split left in the I formation again. There's a man in motion. That's Brock Frank. And the snap. Back to throw. Rolling to his right is Seaford. He's going to tuck it and run. He's going to be knocked hard out of bounds for a loss of a couple. And one of them in on the tackle was Owen McCown with a big hit to knock the quarterback Seaford out of bounds. And the Panthers are going to have to punt here. 3 and out in their first possession.
Ooh, that is the wind.
A little bit windy today.
Just a tad. I mean, just so you know, it's not me breathing. It's totally the wind. You looked at me like I was breathing heavy. It's the wind.
Back to receive for the Bronx. 2 guys will receive this punt. That's a good punt to Kendall. Tyson Kendall brings it back to his own 44. So good punt, decent return. And the Jackson Bronx are in business with good field position here. So Powell starts with a 3 and out. Jackson defense looks good as they get done what they need to get done. 2 carries by Crawford for not a lot.
Oh, penalty against Powell, I think. Wait,
No.
or Jackson. Oh, Jackson. I should.
Yeah, it's every punt return has a hold in the National Football League. Every single punt return has a hold. And same thing. Jackson will start from their own 29 now. 1st and 10. They're going to go empty backfield here, and they're going to show Powell a look. They're going to challenge the Panthers to defend the pass here as they have nobody in the backfield. A 5-wide look for Jackson. In motion is Kinsler. He'll get the pitch. Now he throws back to Grant Johnson. Johnson wants it all to Kendall, and that pass is incomplete. Kendall wasn't really open. Good coverage on that far side by the Panthers, and a trick play to start goes for naught. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Bronx. A little trickaroo. But it did not fool the Panthers. On the coverage was Lincoln Crawford, I believe, and he was stride for stride with Kendall. Just wasn't there. 2nd and 10 for the Bronx. In motion again is Kinsler. Back to throw. Johnson fires, got a man, but right there is Crawford to tackle Tyson Kendall after a gain of 6. It'll be 3rd and 4. Good pass, quick little slant play. Crawford was right there on the coverage, though. Now Jackson faced with a 3rd and 4. They send 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield again for Johnson in the shotgun. Kinsler in motion. Fake to Kinsler. Johnson to throw. Dumps it out to Thomas King. Thomas King to the 50, 45, 40. All the way down to the Panther 35-yard line. Thomas King. And Jackson almost invited the rush there. And then Johnson just coolly dumped it off to Thomas King. He had a little bit of pressure and just dumped it to King, who did the rest. First down for Jackson. Here's Kinsler on the short side, left side. Not a lot of room there, but he does pick up about 4. I'll give him 3. He's about to the 30. Ball on that far hash. So Jackson on the move in their first offensive possession. 2nd down. They're in Panther territory. Johnson with Kinsler just to his right. The snap, and Johnson wants to throw. Rolls right, has time, fires deep downfield. Got a man, and it's dropped. Liam Logan had it, and then he didn't. That would have been a touchdown as Logan got away from the coverage. He was open in the end zone. Johnson put it right there, but Liam in a rare drop. That'll make it 3rd down now and 6 with 9:14 to play, just underway here. In Jackson, no score. Johnson wants Kinsler on his other side, left side. There goes Cooper, and the snap. The give, no fake. Play action, pass, good. Tyson Kendall breaks 1 tackle, breaks another tackle, and he's all the way down to the 1-yard line. Tyson Kendall. And a touchdown saving tackle for the moment for the Powell Panthers, but Jackson knocking on the door here. 1st and goal from the 1. Kinsler in motion to the right. Johnson going to call his own number straight ahead, and he is not going to get there as he is pounded. Grant pops right off, but he took a big hit. And that's the kind of hit where a coach says, man, I'm not doing that again. Not with my quarterback, not with my son. Grant took a big pop. I think I'd rather let Cooper try to catch the edge here. 2nd and goal from the 1-foot line. Again in the shotgun. Now they're heavy right. Watch for something rolling right here. Johnson rolls to his right, wants to throw, fires, got a man, caught. Touchdown, Bronx. That's Jake Simmons for the touchdown. We'll take a look at it again. Jackson ran this exact same play to Cooper Kinsler pass last week. Kinsler was not open here, but you'll note Jake Simmons was. As you watch Johnson roll to his right, Kinsler is well covered, but in the back of the end zone is Simmons, and he catches the touchdown pass.
Oh, sorry.
PAT coming, and here comes that swinging gate 2-point conversion. Usually it's a direct snap to the QB2. There he is. And he wants to throw. Now he's not going to. I think the Panthers have seen this on film, and he is not going to get there. As the bid for 2 fails, Ace Emery cannot get there, and I'm pretty certain the Panthers have seen the Bronx do that before. and they were ready for it. So 6-0 after the failed two-point conversion, but the Jackson Bronx really did everything they wanted to do offensively on that drive.
Yep. Put points on the board.
8:17 to go, just 4 minutes into the first quarter. Jackson up 6-0. Everything going right so far for the home team on senior night as they break the huddle, get ready for the kickoff. It'll be Alexi Balo again putting foot to it. On the far side for the Panthers is Brock Frank, the junior, and leading tackler for this team. On the near side, trying to get a number, looks like Caleb Ashcroft, I want to say.
Oh, I know him.
Okay.
Well, I know his little sister.
All right.
Let's go that way.
We'll see if he gets the kick here as Balo gets ready. Jackson booting from the 40. Ashcroft to the bottom of your screen. And top of the screen is Frank. It's going to be Frank. And sorry, that's not Ashcroft. Brock Frank gets away from one tackler, will not evade the second. And he brings it out to the 18. That's Braxton Nelson, the sophomore, by the way, who was also back. But a good kick coverage there. And Powell brings it out to the 19-yard line. That's where they'll start this drive. They were 3 and out the last time on their first possession. The Jackson defense looking pretty good. Ball on the near hash. Powell comes out with one receiver split wide right. They're in that I formation. Again, it's Crawford, second man in the formation. Watch for him up under center. Quarterback, the give is to Crawford. That may be Diaz, actually. There's nothing doing there. No gain. 2nd and 10. Good job by the Bronx tacklers all over Lincoln Crawford.
Second and 9 for the Panthers.
Yeah, not much running room. Powell wants to run the ball for sure. They love time of possession. The Panthers almost always win the time of possession game. They love to just have the ball all night long. The problem is they just have not been able to convert time of possession and yards gained into points.
But if they're young and they can already keep the time of possession, imagine them a year or two from now.
2nd and 10, back to throw. Quick out to Brock Frank, but he dropped it. It'll be incomplete. Covered there by Jackson's Sebastian Guarnos. Boy, I'm going to have to just call him SGK. SGK. He's been really good the last couple of weeks.
I was just going to say, I remember hearing his name the last couple of times.
He's a hitter. That senior, he really comes he brings the party when it gets there. I'll just say he is a hitter. He was on the coverage. 3rd and 10 for the Panthers at their own 19. Back to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Going to fire downfield. Intercepted. Intercepted by Garrett Seals for the Jackson Bronx. And Seals puts Jackson in great field position. A little bit of pressure on quarterback Tanner Seaford. I'm not sure who he was intended to throw that to, but he threw it right to Garrett Seals, who picks it off, and the Bronx are in business again as they start this drive in the red zone. Big turnover for Jackson. There have been interception problems. That's the 8th interception on the year for the Panthers. They don't fumble, but they do throw interceptions. They give to Cooper Kinsler. Now he's going to give the ball to Jake Simmons, who's going to throw end zone incomplete, and that might be intercepted. I believe it is.
Oh, yep. Well, at least, yep.
That play did not fool the Panthers at all. Let's take a look at it again. Some more razzle-dazzle. And you watch Simmons throw this ball in the end zone, but that's double coverage on the intended receiver, and that's picked off. So, both teams trade interceptions, and the Panthers will come out at the 20-yard line after the touchback, and they get it right back. I'm not sure Jackson needs all the trickery against this team. I'm not sure.
Why not? Get ready for Cody next week, right?
There's a handoff right side. And this play's going to be good for a first down. It's a 12-yard pickup. That is not Crawford this time, I don't think. Maybe it is. It is Crawford. Picks up 11, 12 yards on that carry out to the 32. First and 10 for Powell. That's Crawford's best run of the night. He can be difficult to bring down. Again, if you're going to tackle Crawford, you better hit him early, because the more head of steam he gets going, the tougher he is to handle.
Whoop. Sorry, I'm waving to some little kids.
I formation, up under center is Seifert. Tanner Seifert gets the snap, fake to Crawford, now rolls left, heavy pressure, fires, got a man. It's Ruiz. And he is dumped after, well, he's going to be short of a first down, but a good play. I want to call Rowan Diaz Ruiz. I just combined his names. Pass complete to the senior Diaz. That's going to be, they're calling it a first down. I didn't think he had enough there. But out to the 45, first and 10 for the Panthers. They're starting to move the ball now. And most of the time you see Powell pass, it's going to be a quarterback roll, a design roll. This offensive line just not good enough to give their QB time. But that time Seifert had just enough time to find Rowan Diaz. Snap of the give to Crawford. He's got a lot of room right off the bat. Crawford down the left sidelines. And finally a touchdown saving tackle at the 20-yard line from Liam Logan, as Lincoln Crawford just bounced that outside, and he got a lot more speed than I saw on film. Wow. That's his longest run of the year. As I said, he came into this game with an 18-yard scamper. That had been the longest run for him all year, and that was even longer. That's all the way down to the Bronx 20. It was Liam Logan with the TD saving tackle. First and 10, red zone possession here for the Panthers. Diaz, the front man in the I formation. Behind him is Crawford. The snap and the give is to Crawford straight ahead. And this time he's got just a couple before he's piled up over the left tackle. And again, it's RGK. What did I say I was going to call that kid? SGK on the tackle.
SGK. Sebastian.
Second down and 8 for the Panthers. Jackson, boy, Bronx have got to be happy here to get maybe a field goal attempt. Why are we?
I don't know. It stopped. I don't know.
You should be on power. That's weird.
I don't know.
I got to... Sorry, we're about to have a camera. That's Crawford for a touchdown run for the Panthers. Where is the end of this?
I don't know.
Extra point is good for Powell. With 4:55 left in the first quarter, to Jackson down 6. Now Panthers 7.
Panthers 7.
I'm going to take
Bronx
a break
6.
and fix this camera. We'll be right back.
Cashmere, silk, down, or denim, Blue Spruce Cleaners is where you take them. We have a friendly, knowledgeable staff, eager and happy to serve you, in 2 locations and on the road, with daily pickup and delivery service and expert tailoring on site. We offer the best in green, effective, and gentle cleaning, with Green Earth Cleaning and professional laundry for your sweaters, gowns, comforters, and linens. Blue Spruce Cleaners is a recognized reduce, reuse, recycle business leader, providing green, affordable, and friendly service to our community for over 20 years. Whatever the season, whatever the reason, Blue Spruce Cleaners.
The fastest internet in Jackson is coming your way. For a limited time, Silverlight Fiber Network is constructing fiber internet to homes in Jackson for free. Pick between 4 internet providers and swap at any time. See if you're in Silverlight's current area and check out which neighborhood is next at silverlight-fiber.com. silverlight-fiber.com.
Your home for Jackson Hole High School sports is KZ95. Let's get back to the game.
Back to the game, 4:55 to go in the opening frame. But the Powell Panthers have taken a lead on the touchdown run by Lincoln Crawford. PAT is good, and it's 7-6. And right now, the Bronx really hurting themselves. The trick plays, one that caused the interception, and then going for two and not getting it is the reason they trail by a point. So really, the Bronx, their own worst enemy at this point, as that kick goes out of bounds. And that's going to tack on a few, as that's a penalty, technically.
Oh.
And Jackson will get the ball in good field position here with just under 5 to play. Jackson trailing 7-6 here at home on senior night. And the Panthers, I said that Lincoln Crawford was going to be a problem. And he sure was, as it has been all him on offense for the Panthers. Jackson will take over at the 27-yard line, so I guess they don't penalize you for kicking out of bounds in high school. I'm not sure why not. 1st and 10 for Jackson. Johnson finds Kinsler out of the backfield. He's got some good blocking in front of him.
Oh.
And he's going to get out to the 35, and he's stacked up. Pickup of 7, maybe 8. It'll make it a 2nd and 2 for the Bronx. Jackson, they love finding Kinsler in the backfield. Any way you can get Cooper the ball out in space.
I thought he was going to find a hole and take off.
They love getting him on that little pass play in the flat. Here's Johnson with trips left. One receiver to the right. Kinsler in the backfield with Johnson. The snap of the give to Kinsler. Looking right side. Bounces it outside. First down. And then he's knocked out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. And a good block on the edge there, as Rowan Diaz for the Panthers had a chance to make a play, but I didn't see who it was on the Bronx that made the good block that allowed Kinsler to get the edge. First down, Jackson at the 42-yard line. They threw an interception on their last possession. Johnson didn't throw it. It was Jake Simmons on a trick play that threw it. Kinsler straight up, that's Rosales straight up the middle. Got a couple. Second down and 8.
That time he's able to pick up 2 yards. That'll be 2nd and 8 for the Bronx.
Marco Rosales on the carry, giving Cooper Kinsler a little bit of a break. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back to throw is Johnson. He wants a man just overthrown. Kinsler got a hand on it, but it just overthrown Cooper Kinsler out of the backfield, running that wheel route. And he was open between the corner and the safety. Had a safety coming over the top. He was open just briefly, but Johnson overthrew him. It'll be 3rd and 8. 3:42 to go in the first. Jackson trails 7-6 to throw. Johnson fires one. Pass is caught. Tyson Kendall diving to pull that one in. And a nice catch by Kendall at the Panther 45-yard line. That'll move the sticks. And now they're saying that might be incomplete. They are not moving the sticks on the sideline. They're going to say incomplete on that?
No, it looks like there is a penalty.
No, they're just calling it incomplete. That looked like Kendall pulled it in to me. I don't have it on replay. I should have, but that looked like he caught it. They're going to say he did not secure it. So it'll bring 4th and 8, and Jackson's choosing to punt here. Boy, I thought he had it. Look out as the punt snap is dropped, but Balo gets it off. It'll take a Jackson bounce to all the way to about the 10-yard line of the Panthers. So a good punt. So the incomplete pass, a little bit of a surprise. Jackson forced a punt, and now we're going to have the Bronx on defense. With 3:28 to go in the first, it's Powell 7, Jackson 6. Kimmy Jackson's done this a lot, playing from behind, it seems. The last 2 weeks they played a lot. They don't mind playing from behind or being in games where they just can't get separated from the other team.
That makes them play a little harder then.
First and 10 Panthers deep in their own territory at the 10-yard line. Lincoln Crawford in the I formation behind Rowan Diaz. The quarterback's Tanner Seifert, the junior, up under center. Seifert checks things over. The snap and the give to Crawford. Straight ahead, stutter step. Now he is stacked up. Pickup of a yard, that's all. And Connor Scott is there to clean things up to make sure Crawford doesn't bounce that one outside or get loose. Got a yard. 2nd and 9 for the Panthers. Well, that's the thing with Crawford. I mean, they just keep feeding him the ball. And as many times as you stop him at the line of scrimmage, it could be the very next carry that he pops one. They won't give up feeding him the football, that's for sure. I formation again, one receiver split far to the right as Tanner Seifert again is going to come up under center. 2nd and 9 for Powell. Seifert the snap. He's going to give straight ahead to the first back, and that's not going anywhere. Pickup of maybe a yard. And I believe that was Rowan Diaz. He's usually the first guy in that I formation. Yeah, that was Diaz, and he got, maybe, I don't even think he got a yard. It'll be 3rd and long here for the Panthers, a throwing down. And Jackson, if they've had one problem all year on defense, it's been giving up 3rd and long first downs. Let's see if they can hold the fort here. Passing down, we'll see if Powell chooses to pass. There's a snap back to throw. Seifert, no, a delayed handoff up the middle, and that goes nowhere. Jackson was ready. Little draw play right there as the Panthers play it safe. Coming off that interception the last time Powell was deep down here, they wanted to play it a little safer. And the delayed handoff to, I believe, Crawford gets nothing. It'll be 4th and 10 for Powell. They got a punt out of their own end zone. Back to receive for Jackson. 2 men deep, standing at about midfield. And it's going to be Kendall at the 50. Tyson Kendall near side to the 40, 35, knocked out of bounds. And a good run back by Tyson Kendall, Jackson's speediest guy. He's out of bounds at the Panther 31 with 67 seconds left in the first quarter. Jackson in excellent field position to try to push one in here. We'll see if Jackson's fast-paced offense, of course, they play that up-tempo, no-huddle game. We'll see if that ends up wearing down Powell. Kinsler in the backfield with Johnson, 2 receivers to the left, Liam Logan to the right, bottom of your screen. Johnson the snap to give to Cooper Kinsler. Stutter step, got 5 straight up the middle, and the pile moves all the way to the 25-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Bronx. Time to get one more playoff here, maybe 2 the way Jackson rolls. As Johnson brings him up to the line again. Ball in the near hash, 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Kinsler in the backfield. To throw is Johnson looking left, fires, and that was an ill-advised pass. He wanted Tyson Kendall, but almost intercepted. Kendall was well covered on the play, and the pass is knocked down.
Brings up 3rd and 6 for the Bronx.
Very good coverage. I believe that was David Yates, the senior. 37 seconds. Clock stopped after the incompletion. 3rd down 6. And I'm not sure what Johnson thought he saw, but that was not open. Grant brings in the play from the sidelines. Big play here, although probably 4 down territory. 2 receivers split wide left. One of them is Tyson Kendall. Liam Logan to the right. Johnson to throw. Looking over Tyson Kendall's way. Now throws Liam Logan. Touchdown Browns. Touchdown pass to Liam Logan. You saw Johnson looking left here. He wanted Tyson Kendall, and then he says, wait a minute, I got Liam Logan over here on the right side. Fires and a touchdown to Logan. Beautiful play, and Jackson retakes the lead. Let's see if they choose to kick. Flanagan, the left footer, is going to be doing the booting here. Here's the snap. That's good. The hold good, and the kick is through. Good. And the Jackson Bronx retake the lead. We'll be right back with a kickoff here with 31 seconds left in the first. It's Jackson 13, Powell 7.
The fastest internet in Jackson is coming your way. For a limited time, Silverlight Fiber Network is constructing fiber internet to homes in Jackson for free. Pick between 4 internet providers and swap at any time. See if you're in Silverlight's current area and check out which neighborhood is next at silverlight-fiber.com. Silverlight-fiber.com.
Here's your voice of the Jackson Bronx, Jake Nichols on KZ95.
Getting set for the kickoff here. 31 seconds to go in the first. Jackson has retaken the lead, 13-7 over the Panthers. Touchdown pass to Liam Logan for their second TD of the game. Jackson kicking off. Ball teed up at the 40-yard line, and there's the boot. It is to Brock Frank at his 5. Here comes Frank out to the 20, 25, and there he's stacked up by the kick return team, and the Powell Panthers will take over on this drive from their own 25-yard line. Jackson defenses look good. Just that one series where Powell was able to get Crawford out loose a few times, that one big run, and then finally the touchdown run. But for the most part, they've been able to handle Lincoln Crawford. First and 10 Panthers. Tanner Seifert brings them up under center. I formation again for Powell. Seifert, the snap, the give to Lincoln Crawford. Falls out. Fumble. Fumble. The Jackson Bronx have recovered. That is only Crawford's second fumble of the year. He does not do that very often, but a big hit. Let's take a look at it as Lincoln Crawford with a handoff had about a 5-yard gain here, and then he was popped, and the ball come out right there, and the Jackson Bronx have recovered, and Jackson has a short field again. 18 seconds left. Bronx, let's see if they go for the kill here with the ball on the Powell 34-yard line.
Oh, we're still in the first quarter.
3 receivers left. They give us to Kinsler. He decides to cut it back inside, and that was not a good decision. Oh my, the whole Panther team was there. Kinsler could not get around the left side. The edge was held nicely, so he decided to cut it back inside, and then there were 4 guys there. That'll end the first quarter. After 1, it's Jackson 13, Powell 7. We'll be back with the second quarter of play right after these. You're enjoying Bronx football on Jackson Hole Radio Sports.
The fastest internet in Jackson is coming your way. For a limited time, Silverlight Fiber Network is constructing fiber internet to homes in Jackson for free. Pick between 4 internet providers and swap at any time. See if you're in Silverlight's current area and check out which neighborhood is next at silverlight-fiber.com. silverlight-fiber.com.
Live play-by-play coverage of Jackson Bronx sports continues with Jake Nichols on KZ95.
All right, it's cold today.
So far, so good for the Bronx. They put a fresh 12 on the board. It's Jackson 13, Powell 7. Jackson is able to bottle up the Panther rushing attack for the most part. Crawford had the one series where he went wild, and then he fumbled on that last possession. So Jackson defense has come to play, and the offense has found pay dirt twice. Here's Johnson now. Back to throw. Grant flush from the pocket. Gets one off, and he's just trying to get rid of it. There was no receiver in the vicinity. I'm not sure. He did throw it out of bounds, so that will prevent the intentional grounding as he just threw it away. Good pressure applied there by the Panthers. Number 53, and I don't have a 53.
On the other side?
No.
Oh, nope.
3rd down and 10 for Jackson. In the shotgun, Johnson to throw. Again, pressure, fires over the middle, looking. Touchdown! What a bullet to Jake Simmons. Right on the money. Take a look at this pass from Johnson. Had a little bit of pressure from the outside, but Johnson threw a dime to Simmons. Watch this pass right on the money. Simmons had a step on his man, and that was right there. Touchdown pass. Jackson Bronx strike again. They're going to go for the conventional 1-point kick, and that's blocked.
Whoa.
No good. And for the second time, Jackson's unable to convert the point after.
Panthers 7.
So, with the 3 touchdowns, now Jackson off and running with a 19-7 lead over the Powell Panthers. And Johnson has looked sharp. Boy, Jackson had the 1 interception, but it wasn't Grant. That was Jake Simmons who threw that pick on a trick play. But that was Jake Simmons on the reception there for the touchdown. A beautiful pass. The Big O scoreboard's been busy. Big O Tires, convenient drop-off service. If you don't have time to wait around for your vehicle, just fill out your info, drop your keys in the box. Big O will call or text when your vehicle is done. The Big O scoreboard showing Jackson 19, Powell 7. Jackson getting ready to kick. They're moving right to left on your YouTube screen. Back to receive for the Bronx on the near side hash. That is, I cannot read the Powell numbers very well. That kick's going to go out of the end zone. Yeah, that's
into the end zone for a touchback.
On that near side. That is Brock Frank, but on the touchback, the ball will come out to the 20, 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Powell has not had the ball with good field position yet tonight. They have been facing a long field every time they possess the ball. 1st and 10 from their own 20 now. And for Powell to get behind, it's just not the kind of team that can play from behind. They are such a time of possession, ball possession running team. They don't like to have to throw a bunch. In the I formation again. Give is to Crawford. No, play action pass, and it's incomplete. I believe intended for Brock Frank, overthrown. I think that's who he wanted, but that pass well overthrown, goes incomplete. 2nd and 10. Panthers, Tanner Seifert is the starting quarterback. He missed the last 2 weeks, injured in the Cody game, and while he was out, his sophomore had a tough time taking over for the Panthers. He did pretty good, but he wasn't asked to throw a whole bunch. That was Karcher Foley. So now Tanner Seifert back in there. 2nd and 10. I formation Panthers. The snap and the give is to Crawford. And this time he is piled up again with no gain. It'll be 3rd and 10. And a good job of the Jackson Bronx to stop the emerging running back, Lincoln Crawford, who had a season-high 180-something and change rushing last week against Green River on 34 topes. Wow. I mean, he got the ball a bunch. 11 minutes and counting here in the half. Jackson up 19-7, 3rd and long for the Panthers. At their own 22-yard line. They send out 2 receivers right, 2 to the left in the gun. Rare for Tanner, but he takes the snap. Pass is complete to Ruiz. He breaks 1 tackle, and then he's knocked out of bounds. Pickup of 3, but short of the 1st down, and Powell's going to have to punt here. Good job by Rowan Diaz to pull that one in. He's I think he's their 2nd leading receiver, and he does it all out of the backfield as a running back. The leading receiver on this team is Brecken Kobe. Kobe, we've yet to see him catch a pass. Diaz pulled that one in, but short of the first down. So punting is Powell. Snap is good. The kick is off. It's a good one. Tyson Kendall will field at his own 40. In fact, he's just going to let it roll, and it'll stop at the Jackson 37-yard line. I thought Kendall was going to pick it up.
He looked like it, then he was mad, like, oh, all right.
Tyson said, maybe not.
He wanted to grab it and run with it. I could tell that for sure.
Yeah. Jackson will take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line is where they'll put it. 10:44 to go in the half. Jackson up by 12. 19-7. Powell Panthers with that one good series where Lincoln Crawford capped it off with a touchdown run. For the Bronx, it's been a whole lot of passing. Grant Johnson brings him up in the gun. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Fake to Kinsler, pass to Tyson Kendall. Caught, dropped, and that may be a fumble. No, they're going to say incomplete. That's the second time Kendall has failed to secure one, and it's probably fortunate there that they call it incomplete and not a fumble.
There's got to be the cold air blowing.
It might be. Kendall normally is more sure-handed than that. 2nd and 10 now on the incompletion. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Cooper Kinsler in the backfield behind Grant Johnson. Johnson calls for the snap. They give us to Kinsler. He cuts it inside. He's got about 5 as he pulls his way to the 43-yard line. It'll leave a 3rd and 5 for the Bronx.
6 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Good run by Kinsler. He didn't bother with any shake and bake. He was just all bake right there. No shake, all bake.
Okay.
3rd down. Johnson to throw. Quick out to Kendall. Kendall, nice block there from Cooper Kinsler. Tyson Kendall breaks a couple of tackles, and he's down to the 36-yard line. I think I have this on replay. Look at the block from Cooper Kinsler. Kendall gets a little short pass there. Kinsler makes a beautiful block, and that springs Kendall. Back to throw again is Grant Johnson. He wants King. Thomas King with a catch, and he's going to pull his way in for the end zone. They're going to say, no, he's short. Just short. Thomas King was wide open. He had a step or 2 or 3 on his man, and the ball was underthrown, or King would have been gone. This pass right on the little bit short, and look at Thomas King just do the rest as he pulls his way to the 1-foot line. 1st and goal. Johnson to throw. Got a man in the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Jackson Bronx. It's Tyson Kendall on the reception. Well, you also had Jake Simmons open in the end zone, but Johnson said, I got to pick one of them, and he went with Kendall. That's a touchdown pass. We'll see what they do with a point after.
Sorry.
Jackson Bronx now with a 25-7 lead, depending on what they do here. They're going to kick it, and it's going to be Flanagan, the left footer. And shout out to QB2 as that kick is up and good. I have much respect for Ace Emery, who is the holder for a left-footed kicker. That's hard to do. Normally, as a right-handed thrower, you want to hold a ball for a right-handed kicker. It's just everything's backwards with a left-footed kicker. And Ace Emery has no problem with it. Get the ball down, and that's kicked through by Flanagan. So we got a 26-7 lead for the Bronx with 9:27 to go in the first half. And if we were worried Powell was going to sneak one here on the Bronx, it's not happened yet. Senior night is going all the hometown team's way with still plenty of time to go in the half. 9:27 to play. Jackson up big, and maybe a chance later to rest a few guys with Cody waiting next week. Alexi Balo set to kick off on the near side hash for the Panthers. It's Brock Frank, and on the far side, I believe that is Braxton Nelson. both standing at their own 5. Balo up to it, bangs one. They're going to line drive kick to Frank. Frank's just going to let it whiz right by him into the end zone for the touchback, and the Panthers will take over again from their own 20-yard line.
Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Little windy for you?
Oh, it's cold right now. That wind is making it cold.
Nah, there's a little bit of wind to talk about. It's blowing at us now. It's blowing across the field, so there isn't one direction favorable for either team. It's kind of a crosswind. It has not affected the passing game to a great degree yet, at least not for Grant Johnson. 1st and 10 Panthers. The snap, and Seifert going to call his own number. In fact, that's not Seifert. That's a direct snap. And breaking a couple tackles, a pickup of 11 there. Jackson says they've recovered a fumble. Let's see what happens at the bottom of this pile, and I think no. Wishful thinking on half of it. That was a direct snap to, I believe, Brock Frank, who picked up 11 out to the 31. A 1st down for Powell. Seifert brings him up in the shotgun. Powell's already had to change their offenses. They're down. They have to throw. Seifert fires. Far side. Got a man. Caught. Jackson gets there with a host of tacklers, but a pickup of 6 on the quick pitch and catch. Seifert finding Frank on that far side. Good for 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 for the Panthers. Jackson has been susceptible in that secondary to teams that throw. That's not normally Powell's MO, but they've got to throw now, down big early. Tanner Seifert in the shotgun again. Gets the snap, fake to Lincoln Crawford. Now he wants to roll to his right, and he's in a whole bunch of trouble. Dragged down, thrown down. Jackson Bronx, a big loss, and it's Owen McGowan again on the tackle as he slings Tanner Seifert down. It's a big loss, and it'll leave a 3rd and long here for the Powell Panthers. Ball back to Powell's 32-yard line, 3rd and 20. Seifert in the gun, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, wants to throw. Heavy pressure, gets it away. Pass is caught by Rowan Diaz. He manages to elude a tackle or two, but he's down at the 39, short of the 1st down. It'll be 4th down. That was not 3rd and 20, that was 3rd and 10. The scoreboard operator wrong. Rowan Diaz slow to get up. Lower body, it appears. 7:30 to play in the half. Faced with a 4th and 3, it looks like Powell's going to have to punt again. And with the injury timeout, we'll take the timeout as well. Be right back with more live from the Willie Mack after.
Cashmere, silk, down, or denim, Blue Spruce Cleaners is where you take them. We have a friendly, knowledgeable staff eager and happy to serve you in 2 locations and on the road with daily pickup and delivery service and expert tailoring on site. We offer the best in green, effective, and gentle cleaning with Green Earth Cleaning and professional laundry for your sweaters, gowns, comforters, and linens. Blue Spruce Cleaners is a recognized reduce, reuse, recycle business leader, providing green, affordable, and friendly service to our community for over 20 years. Whatever the season, whatever the reason, Blue Spruce Cleaners.
Your home for Jackson Hole High School sports is KZ95. Let's get back to the game.
KZ95, Jackson Hole Radio, bringing you all of the action from William T. McIntosh Stadium in Jackson. The final regular season home game for the Jackson Bronx. There is a scenario that could have one more game played here in Jackson if it would require the Jackson Bronx to upset the Cody Bronx next week for that to happen, as Diaz has helped off the field, and that's a tough for the senior Rowan Diaz, as he's putting no weight on that left foot, that left ankle it appears to be. No weight at all on that, and that's tough. Diaz factors into the offense. He gets the carries that Crawford doesn't. And he's also one of the favorite targets of Seaford out of the backfield, so they're going to miss him as the Panthers look to punt. Tyson Kendall back to receive for the Bronx, standing at his own 28-yard line. And he's joined by Marco Rosales. He's on the far side, top of your screen. This Panther punter has got some booming punts off. That's a bright spot for Powell. Snap is good. He's going to throw. They're going to fake it. The pass is incomplete. Oh, my. It was a good pass, and Brock Frank just could not bring it in. Oh, what a trickery there for the Panthers, and they almost pulled that off. The punter, by the way, is Brecken Kobe, the wide receiver, and he threw a pretty good pass to Frank.
Yeah.
I mean, Frank should have pulled that in. He did not. And with the incompletion on the fake punt, Jackson will get the ball with yet another short field as they're already in Panther territory at the 39 of Powell. Grant Johnson brings his crew up. 3 receivers right, Kinsler in motion. Johnson going to come near side. He wants Liam Logan for it all, and it's overthrown. Just barely overthrown. Good coverage on the play. Liam had maybe a step, and Johnson had very little window to put that ball in, and better to overthrow it there to under. Just overthrown for Logan. Logan more of a possession receiver. He doesn't have that outside speed that maybe a Kendall does. He just couldn't pull that in. Now he wants Simmons, Jake Simmons, and that pass is caught. Jake Simmons with a big catch. We'll take a look at it again as Johnson goes right back to the same play, but this time it's Simmons instead of Logan. And that ball right on the money. And knocked out of bounds is Simmons with a big catch. Bronx first and goal at the 6-yard line. Johnson in the gun, gives to Kinsler. Kinsler rolling right, cuts it back up inside. He gets down to about the 1 where he's just short of the end zone.
He fights to get to the end zone.
Kinsler's had, not a lot of room to run. He has been unable to get the edge, and whenever he cuts it back inside, there's been a lot of Panthers there waiting for him. 2nd and goal from the 1. I would just go right back to Cooper here. 2nd and goal. Johnson man in motion is Simmons. The snap, Johnson rolling right, looking, nothing there, and now he's knocked out of bounds. That's going to be a loss of a couple. As that was, they rolled right to the short side of the field. Grant Johnson, there was just nobody open. And Jackson looking now at 3rd and goal from the 3 as Johnson lost a couple. 3rd and goal from the 2, after the loss. And they run trips right. Now notice that's the short side of the field. Watch him come back near side here to Kendall. And they will. Pass to Kendall is overthrown. It's going to bring up a 4th down. What do you do here, Kimmy?
You got to go for it, I still think.
You love going for it.
I go for it. What are you going to do? Settle for the field goal? Maybe they'll let their kicker do it, but I mean,
they're keeping the offense out there.
Lost it down. All you're going to do is give the ball over to
they're going to go
right there.
It's with
Can't really kick it
6:16 to play in the half. They're going to go 4th and goal from the 2. They've got to score to get the first down, to get the Kinsler straight ahead, and nothing there. As the Powell Panthers stuffed that one, and Kinsler is going to lose a couple. So that's what I thought they should have done on 1st and goal, or 2nd and goal rather. Just give it to Kinsler straight up the middle instead. By the time they did go to that quick hitter, Powell was all over it. Good penetration by the Panthers to stop that one in the backfield. So turnover, Kinsler ends up losing 4, and the Panthers will take over 1st and 10 from their own 6-yard line. And boy, Powell just has not had good field position at all to start a drive tonight. Tanner Seaford comes up under center, I formation. I think Powell will play it safe, try to run out of here deep in their own territory. The give is to Lincoln Crawford straight ahead. He's going to lose a couple. Jackson all over it. The Bronx know Crawford was going to get that ball. Under 6 minutes now. 2nd and 12 for Powell. That play is going to lose a couple. 2nd and 11, let's say. Jackson up 26-7, and they were knocking on the door there just moments ago, but turned the ball over on downs. 4th and goal. They could not get there, and they've got Powell pinned in now into their own end. 2nd and 10. Under center is Tanner Seifert. The give is to Crawford again. Left side. Crawford breaks the tackle out across the 10 to the 12. And a good gain there. It'll bring up third down at about 4 for the Panthers. What Crawford is, many times as Jackson's been able to stop him, he's still just so dangerous to me. I mean, one broken tackle and
he's gone.
He doesn't have a ton of speed, but he's got enough. Yeah. 3rd and 4, under 5 minutes to go, and the Panthers, again, taking a lot of time between plays. They usually do all season. They're not in a hurry to run the offense. Seifert up under center. I formation again. Crawford, second man of the I, and he gets the carry. Crawford's got a first down. Nobody touched him until he picked up 5, and then 7 all told. It'll be a first down, Powell. And now with Rowan Diaz out of the game, I think we're going to see even more of the Lincoln Crawford show, as he is going to be the featured back. Tanner Seifert breaks the huddle. I'm trying to see who the lead back is now with Diaz out. And it looks like number 30, so I'll check that in a minute. Here's the snap. The give is to Crawford, going over right tackle, and there's not much there. He's bottled up after maybe a yard. That's Tyler Wenzel, who is now the lead blocker of that I for Crawford. Crawford got a yard, 2nd and 9, clock ticking. Panthers trailing big, 26-7. They just don't want to make a mistake here deep in their own territory. They've already coughed it up twice, interception and a fumble, a rare Lincoln Crawford fumble. By my count, he has only fumbled once coming into this game, so make it 2 now. As the Panthers come up again an I, and a timeout is called by the Powell Panthers. With the timeout, it's a good chance to remind you that Jackson Hole Ford sponsoring the timeouts. Come meet Louie, the friendliest greeting manager in Jackson. I wonder if Louie's a dog.
Louie? No.
Louie is the friendliest greeting manager in Jackson. Do you think Louie is like...
It could be a dog.
It could.
I don't know. Louie, sorry if you're not. Sorry, Louie, if you're not the dog.
Or you can meet Dusty. I'm pretty sure he's a human. He's the general sales manager. Put Dusty to work. He'll make the deal every time. Meet Louie, the friendliest greeter. Meet all the folks at Jackson Hole Ford sponsoring this timeout. Powell Panthers, I think, just called a timeout. I don't think they were ready with the play. They were worried about the play clock there. 3:20 to go in the half. Jackson up 26-7, senior night, so we expect some halftime activities that include senior-type stuff.
Oh, yeah, and I think there's little cheerleaders because there's a bunch of little kids down there.
Powell Panthers come out again in that traditional I formation. One receiver split wide right. Under center is Tanner Seifert. Seifert fakes to Crawford, rolling to his right, wants to throw. A pass is complete out to the 31. That's a first down throw. Tyson Kendall came up with the ball, but that was a completion to Seifert's favorite receiver, Brock Frank. The junior hauled it in, first down. And they'll move the sticks. Panthers on the move here. Plenty of time, and they have 2 timeouts remaining. 3:05 to go in the half. As Seifert trots in, I'm amazed how they call plays. They don't call plays from the sideline. The quarterback runs all the way over to the sideline.
I remember
and
Jet
all
used
the way
to doing
back
that.
to the huddle. I don't know how many miles these quarterbacks put on by the end of the game, but there's looking to throw. Seifert, he's got a man deep. Ball is right on the money. Oh, my, and a big play all the way down in Jackson territory. It's Brecken Kobe with his first catch of the game. And Tanner Seifert put that right where it had to be. What a pass from the junior quarterback. Watch this. Seifert with a play action, fake handoff to Crawford. And that got the safety biting, and the deep ball to Brecken Kobe was a beautiful pass from Tanner Seifert. There's a Jackson Bronc down, injured.
There is.
What a pass by Seifert. This is a guy who does not throw a lot. His completion percentage on the year, I want to say, is just under 40%. So he completes less than 4 out of 10 passes. But that ball was right on the money. Holy cow. The injured Jackson player is up and off under his own power, and it's my man, SGK. So we hope he's going to be all right. Meanwhile, the Panthers, with their deepest penetration at the Jackson, well, they were there before, but first time they've been in Jackson territory this quarter. They're at the Bronx 22-yard line with a 1st and 10. Jackson D trying to hold off the Panthers. I think Powell got a little bit of juice after that goal line stop. High formation, Seifert up under center. The snap and the give to Crawford, left side. Crawford's got room. He's piled up, but not until he picks up about 5, bringing up a 2nd and 5 for the Panthers. Clock ticking, 2:10 to go in the half. I think the Panthers got a little bit of juice after that goal line stop. They look like...
Yeah, like a little fire lit.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, we stopped them. Let's go. And that long pass there a second ago.
Yeah, a little bit of momentum now in the visiting team. Panthers line it up again. One receiver split wide left. Heavy package. High formation behind Seifert under center. Seifert snap. The give to Crawford. Looking right side this time. And this time not a lot of room. Good job by the Bronx to bottle that up. Zelensky is there. Zelesnik.
I'm not going to say anything.
I'm just going to call him whatever I want. Noah Zelesnik on the tackle. Got help there from Owen McGowan. And it brings up a big 3rd down for the Panthers. Timeout. Who called that? Powell did. To stop the clock at 1:32 as they think about what play call here. 3rd and 6. Ball at the Jackson 19-yard line. You would think a passing situation, but Powell certainly could ask Crawford to pick up 6, and it's, remember, this is 4-down territory for sure for Powell, so they don't need all 6 here. They could get a Crawford carry for 4 or 5 and then do it again. As Jackson breaks their sideline huddle, they've got their defense lined up and dialed up. And here come the Powell Panthers. Let's see what they do. I'm guessing I formation. Yes. Tanner Seifert under center. Keep an eye on Crawford. He's standing at the Jackson 25-yard line. There's the snap. Fake to Crawford. They want to throw. Under pressure is Seifert, and he's got nowhere to go. Jackson Bronx sacked Tanner Seifert, and he had no chance. This offensive line for Powell, they're not the typical big Panther offensive line, and they just let too many Bronx come through. And Jackson with a big sack. That's going to knock the Panthers out of field goal range, maybe. It depends on, I would think. They don't have a guy who can kick one this far. It would be a 48-yard field goal, something like that. So No way are they going to try that. What do you do? They just have to go
sure?
for it. They got a minute 20, 4th and 19.
What if the going for it really is kicking the field goal?
Could be. I mean, if you got a guy who can do that, I'm not sure who their
They got
kicker
two
is.
kickers, right? Well,
I think Scott Mangold said they have a girl that kicks. She's on the soccer team, but this would be a long field goal. Yeah, they're going to go for it. In the shotgun, Tanner Seifert. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Seifert calls for the snap. It's high, but he pulls it in. Got time. Now look out from behind. Tanner Seifert running and just has to throw it out of bounds. As Tanner Seifert was being pursued there by Hunter Boss, who was hot on his heels. The senior Boss, 5'10", 180-pounder, was chasing down Seifert, and Tanner knew he was there, and he said, I am getting rid of this thing. And he threw it out of bounds. So Jackson takes over with, I thought they had all their timeouts, but I guess they have called one. They have 2 timeouts with 70 seconds to play, and the ball at their own 32-yard line. Well, it's certainly enough time for a high-powered offense like this. Cooper Kinsler in motion. Grant Johnson in the gun, empty backfield. Johnson to throw over the middle. He's got Tyson Kendall wide open. Tyson Kendall pulls it in, and he's scoring it. Tyson Kendall touchdown. Oh my, it took one play. Kendall is wide open, 2 wide open really. And he breaks the tackle of the safety, and he is gone. Tyson Kendall, touchdown Bronx. And just like that, the big pass play, boy, that's going to add to the numbers for Johnson on the season. We told you he's closing in on a 2,000-yard passing season. And I think he may get it before the season's over, as the extra point is good. And the Jackson Bronx all over the Powell Panthers here. 33-7. Let's take a break. We'll come back with just under a minute to go in the half. The Bronx 33, the Powell Panthers.
Cashmere, silk, down, or denim, Blue Spruce Cleaners is where you take them. We have a friendly, knowledgeable staff eager and happy to serve you in 2 locations and on the road with daily pickup and delivery service and expert tailoring on site. We offer the best in green, effective, and gentle cleaning with Green Earth Cleaning and professional laundry for your sweaters, gowns, comforters, and linens. Blue Spruce Cleaners is a recognized reduce, reuse, recycle business leader, providing green, affordable, and friendly service to our community for over 20 years. Whatever the season, whatever the reason, Blue Spruce Cleaners.
You're watching and listening to live coverage of Jackson Hole High School sports on KZ95.
Well, that didn't take long, Kimmy. I said with an offense like this, Jackson has time with 2 timeouts to get down the field. It took 1 play. Tyson Kendall had got behind everybody, and Grant Johnson found it with a touchdown pass. Alexi Balo bombs this one into the next county, and once again, the Panthers will take over after the touchback at their own 20-yard line. Boy, Powell came in here. If they had any notion of getting their first win and pulling off a shocker, that is just about gone, as Jackson definitely taking care of business. 57 seconds to go in the half. Panthers take over at their own 20. Tanner Seifert under center. I formation. Crawford, second man through, gets the carry, looking left side. And he's pulled down with a pickup of 2. That's all. Jackson doing a good job. You know, when you know Seifert's getting the ball, and when you know that Crawford's getting the handoff, now that Diaz is out, and you can really key on that guy. And the Bronx have really not let Lincoln Crawford do much of anything other than that one series where Crawford busted loose for a couple of big runs. Panthers will run one more play here and be happy just to get to the locker room as they take 2nd and 8 from their own 22 to give to Crawford, and bam, he is met behind the line Nothing doing. On the stop is Travis Timbo, and he was there just about at the same time that Crawford got the handoff, and that'll do it. At the half, it's Jackson 33, Powell 7. We'll come back with a halftime show right after these. You're enjoying Bronx football on KZ95, the Jackson Hole Radio.
Hey Bronx fans, want the best security for your home or business? Well, call the local experts today at Pye Barker Fire and Safety, formerly known as Mountain Alarm. Pye Barker provides world-class fire, security, life safety, and surveillance, teamed with unmatched customer service and the highest-rated 24/7 monitoring. With their state-of-the-art systems, you can get text or email alerts in the event of an alarm or view live and recorded video on any device. You can also remotely control your thermostat, lights, locks, garage doors, and so much more. Call 307-733-5844 today to get a free assessment and no obligation quote on a new or upgraded system for your home or business, courtesy of Pye Barker Fire and Safety.
Well, halftime here at the Willie Mack, and let's bring you down on the field for a special kids performance. I don't know who these little kids are, but let's watch them do their thing here, and then we'll let you know what happened in this first half. I love it. It looks like the future dance team out there with the regular cheerleader dance team. Nice, cute halftime performance.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to direct your attention to the field as we take a few moments to honor our
And now the regular cheerleaders come out. We're going to do a bunch of senior night festivities, so we'll leave that going in the background. Meanwhile, we'll recap that first half. Grant Johnson has had a game. The Bronx quarterback, he has been really accurate, and he's been feasting on a Panthers secondary that's just young and inexperienced. And a few times the Jackson Bronx have been able to get behind. The Bronx receivers been able to get behind that Panthers secondary. Some big pass plays. Johnson just rolling up the numbers. He has looked very sharp. Cooper Kinsler hasn't had an opportunity really to bust one, but you got a feeling that may be coming in the second half. As after one half of play, it's the Jackson Bronx all over the Powell Panthers, 33-7. For the Panthers, a few bright spots. Tanner Seifert was able to hit on one big pass play to his favorite receiver, Brock Franz. And I think he had another big pass play as well. Brock Frank, rather. And then Lincoln Crawford's been pretty darn good. He was on one series, and then the Jackson Bronx have done a good job bottling up Crawford. They did cause Crawford to fumble on one carry, and that caused a turnover. Both teams have turned it over a few times. Jackson Bronx with an interception on a trick play. That pass was actually thrown by Jake Simmons, not Grant Johnson. And the Powell Panthers have also thrown a pick. That was Garrett Seals with the interception for the Bronx and the fumble recovery from Crawford. So a few turnovers, not a ton of penalties, which is nice. In fact, very few penalties tonight. And after one half of play, it is Jackson 33, Powell 7. We'll be back with more right after these. You're enjoying Bronx football on KZ95 of the Jackson Hole Radio.
Hey, moms and dads, you're teaching us stuff every day, even when you don't mean to. Pretty soon, we'll think we know everything, but at least for now, we think you do. But even we know that it's not okay to text and drive, because when you're texting, you're not driving. Pretty soon, we'll be the ones driving, and you're going to want us to be safe. But we're going to remember what you show us more than what you tell us. So put your seatbelt on and turn your cell phone off.
Paid for by YDOT.
Cashmere, silk, down, or denim, Blue Spruce Cleaners is where you take them. We have a friendly, knowledgeable staff eager and happy to serve you in 2 locations and on the road with daily pickup and delivery service and expert tailoring on site. We offer the best in green, effective, and gentle cleaning with Green Earth Cleaning and professional laundry for your sweaters, gowns, comforters, and linens. Blue Spruce Cleaners is a recognized reduce, reuse, recycle business leader, providing green, affordable, and friendly service to our community for over 20 years. Whatever the season, whatever the reason, Blue Spruce Cleaners.
Well, more extended halftime festivities here at the Willie Mack as the Jackson Bronx celebrates senior night. And we'll let you eavesdrop on a little bit of that as I'm going to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Meanwhile, enjoy senior night here out on the field.
Miss Harden and her parents for listening to me and my ups and downs with school and life in general. They changed my point of view on so many things and how it can help me out in the future. Autodive Perez. Our next senior is number 62, the Sanchez, Aaron Sanchez. Escorted by his dad, Ron, after high school. He's going to go to a 4-year college and study engineering. Favorite thing about JHHS, the teachers. Advice for freshmen, do your homework. He is a multi-sport athlete, and he'd like to thank all his teachers who have helped him over the years. Number 62, Aaron Sanchez. Number 34, Isaac Gorowski. Escorted by his parents, Jamelia and Michael. After high school, plans to attend a 4-year university and study chemical engineering. Favorite thing about JHHS, the activities and opportunities. Advice to freshmen, getting too stressed out only makes things harder. Have fun and stay confident. He's accomplished varsity letters in cross country, wrestling, National History Day qualifier, USASA National Ski Competition qualifier, and track and field. Thank you to all his coaches for helping him grow as an athlete, especially Coach Bell, Coach Wiley, and Coach Pizzell. Thanks so much to all my teachers, including Miss Kelly, Mr. Brockert, and finally a big thanks to my family, my mom and dad for supporting me throughout my life, no matter what I decide to do next. Isaac Gorowski. Number 20, Ryan Flanagan. Escorted by his parents, Emily and Chris, and his younger brother, Connor. He's going into medicine. His favorite thing about JHHS, the community of people in all of his classes. Advice to freshmen, don't be afraid to try new things, like football. Accomplishments, National Honor Society member, Rotary Interact member, 4.237 weighted GPA, 60 hours of community service, and he's also on the state champion soccer team. Thank you to his parents for always being there, brother for keeping his ego in check, and the football coaches for allowing him to play this year and showing an interest in his future. Number 20, Ryan Flanagan. Number 55, our next senior, Josh Wilcox. Escorted by his parents, Justin Wilcox and his younger brother Owen and younger sister Violet. After high school, he wants to study construction management at Oregon State, Washington State, or Northridge in California. Favorite thing about JHHS is Camille. His advice for freshmen, start working now. His accomplishments are good enough GPA. We'd like to thank Mr. Hanson for being a great teacher and friend. I'd like to thank head coach KJ for always being supportive. Josh Wilcox. Our next senior, number 64, Hunter Boss. Escorted by his mom, Jocelyn, and dad, Aaron. After high school, he's gone to a 4-year college to study radiology. Favorite thing about JHHS, the teachers that care about you and his amazing friends. Freshman advice, do your homework on time and talk to your teachers regularly. 3.6 GPA, played football for 2 years, varsity sports include football, wrestling, cross country, 3-time state qualified for wrestling, regional champ, and state placer. We'd like to thank his parents for always being there when he needed them. Thanks to KJ and Coach Bell for getting me back into football and making it fun, and all his friends on the football team. Hunter Boss. Number 58, our next senior, Jackson Darren. Escorted by his parents, Hope and Tom, and his grandpa, David. Seat after high school, University of Utah, William and Mary, UVA. Somewhere on the East Coast, wildlife biology or pre-med. Everything about JHHS, the teachers, they're also kind and care about the students. Advice for freshmen, don't overthink it, just do what you think is right.
Jimmy K's back. Our audio, boy, the sound system in this stadium is not great. They need to fix it.
I was just going to say, I did get to hug my favorite coach.
Oh, who's that? Oh, Coach Kitzler?
Nope.
Who?
Wisniewski.
Oh, yeah, one of the assistant coaches for the Panthers. Yeah.
Just happened to see him out there. So, I mean, yeah.
Cool.
I think I probably made his night. I mean, we're not liking the scoreboard if you're a Panther, but.
Right. Well, we're about 9 minutes away from kick of the second half. It's senior night, so big festivities here at halftime. Check on the out-of-town scoreboard. Not a whole lot to report. No score in the big 4A matchup between undefeated Sheridan, looking for their 50-something straight win. They're playing number 2 ranked Campbell County, the Camels. So that's going to be a really good game. In the first quarter, there's no score there, but we're kind of late getting the score. Cheyenne East leads Rock Springs 7-0. That's in the 4A. Cheyenne Central 7-0 over Kelly Walsh. And another 7-0 score. Natrona County leads Cheyenne South. That's all in the 4A. No score in yet from Lander and Thunder Basin. Elsewhere in the 3A here, it's Star Valley over Evanston by 2 scores, 14-0. Cody's struggling a little bit, maybe with Green River. That's a 7-0 lead there for the Bronx over the Tigers. Riverton just 3-0 over Torrington. I can't imagine that one's going to stay that close. And then no score yet on Buffalo and Douglas. That game kicks off at 7. So just a few scores trickling in so far. Star Valley seems to be holding serve with Evanston. You would expect they're going to just win out, run the gamut in that number 1 seed. Cody's the wild card. This is not the dominant Cody Bronx team ever. I mean, they're still good, but they're not ridiculously good.
That's why we could beat them next week.
Maybe.
A few years ago is when we should have beat them, but they've lost a few players too.
I'm with you. No reason Jackson couldn't upset the Bronx. How big would that be? Because in the East, you would think the 3 and 4 seeds out of the East probably going to be Douglas and Buffalo. Okay. Both of those teams certainly beatable. Jackson has already lost to Douglas, but that was early in the year in their building. Now, if Jackson beats Cody next week and continues to win this one, they would take the number 2 seed, and that means they would avoid Riverton and Lander, the 2 pretty good teams out of the East, and they would get presumably Douglas or Buffalo at home. That's even better. A win next week would be a big upset, and it would be huge implications for the postseason, I think. But at the very least, Jackson's guaranteed the playoffs, guaranteed a 3 spot. Nobody can take that 3rd spot from them. Green River is probably going to be the 4th seed. And because Jackson has already beat Green River in the head-to-head, even if they finish the season with identical records,
all right, we want
Jackson would take 3 seeds. So we're guaranteed 3. 2 would be nice, but we got to beat Cody next week. First things first, though, it's this one tonight, and Jackson with a comfortable lead at the half. It's the Bronx 33, the Powell Panthers 7. We'll be right back with more and more of these senior night festivities right after these. You're enjoying Bronx football on KZ95 and the Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network.
The fastest internet in Jackson is coming your way. For a limited time, Silverlight Fiber Network is constructing fiber internet to homes in Jackson for free. Pick between 4 internet providers and swap at any time. See if you're in Silverlight's current area and check out which neighborhood is next at silverlight-fiber.com. silverlight-fiber.com.
Well, we don't have a camera shot wide enough to get all the seniors in there.
I gotta zoom out really far, and we still got a few down there.
And that's kind of a bad sign for next year. Jackson's going to graduate a lot of seniors, as Powell did last year. The poor Panthers are so young this season. So, Kimmy, you got some halftime stats. That's exciting. What do you got over there?
Well, if you want to know, Grant has 268 passing yards.
Grant Johnson, he may hit the 2,000 mark tonight. How many does he need? 32 more yards?
32 more.
And he'll get 300.
Yeah. Oh, but you didn't. Yeah. 32, it'll be 300.
Yeah. And that's what he needs to hit 2,000.
Yep.
He's, what a year he's having.
Completed 11 of 20.
He's so accurate, and boy, he's been throwing home runs tonight. He's not even messing. You know, how many times this season have we seen Johnson just pick you apart with those little 6-yard slant stuff underneath? Tonight, he's a different guy. He's like, I'm doing it all, man. I'm throwing home runs, and it's been there. I mean, Powell has left single coverage a lot of times on Kendall, a lot of times on Jake Simmons. I'd do it too. What else you got?
Tyson. Oh, I can't read right now. It's dark in here. Tyson, 123 yards, 5 receptions.
Wow. Yeah, Kendall's been his favorite target all year, and he's the deep threat. He's the burner. Tyson Kendall has also dropped a couple balls. He could have even more. He's really had a night.
Mm-hmm. Next, we got King, 72.
Thomas King had a big catch.
Jake Sims, 67 with 3. And Liam Logan has 26 yards for 1. And Cooper's up here, just 8 attempts, 30 yards. A little slow night there.
Yeah, Cooper hasn't been able to bust out. And, you know, he really hasn't had a lot of reps. I mean, early on, it was evident that the game plan was going to be to throw early and throw often. Johnson has just been hot as can be.
Yeah.
And if he can have a game like this against Cody. Now, Star Valley struggled against that Cody defense. The Bronx don't have the offense they've had in years past, but the defense is still very good. They held Star Valley to just 2 touchdowns, 14-7. Star Valley won that game. But the Bronx defense, Cody Bronx defense, is still pretty darn good. So Johnson, as we said, watch. I think Coach Johnson leaves him in for at least the third quarter before he goes to Ace Emery, and I think he gets to 2,000 tonight. He's getting pretty close.
Yeah. Like I said, he's 32 from 300 just tonight.
Jeez. All right, let's take a break. When we get back, we should be ready to kick this one off for the second half. Bronx football right here. Once again, Jackson 33, Powell 7 at the half. Second half coming up from the Willie Mack.
Cashmere, silk, down, or denim, Blue Spruce Cleaners is where you take them. We have a friendly, knowledgeable staff eager and happy to serve you in 2 locations and on the road with daily pickup and delivery service and expert tailoring on site. We offer the best in green, effective, and gentle cleaning with Green Earth Cleaning and professional laundry for your sweaters, gowns, comforters, and linens. Blue Spruce Cleaners is a recognized reduce, reuse, recycle business leader, providing green, affordable, and friendly service to our community for over 20 years. Whatever the season, whatever the reason, Blue Spruce Cleaners.
The fastest internet in Jackson is coming your way. For a limited time, Silverlight Fiber Network is constructing fiber internet to homes in Jackson for free. Pick between 4 internet providers and swap at any time. See if you're in Silverlight's current area and check out which neighborhood is next at silverlight-fiber.com. silverlight-fiber.com.
Hey Bronx fans, want the best security for your home or business? Well, call the local experts today at Pye Barker Fire and Safety, formerly known as Mountain Alarm. Pye Barker provides world-class fire, security, life safety, and surveillance, teamed with unmatched customer service and the highest-rated 24/7 monitoring. With their state-of-the-art systems, you can get text or email alerts in the event of an alarm or view live and recorded video on any device. You can also remotely control your thermostat, lights, locks, garage doors, and so much more. Call 307-733-5844 today to get a free assessment and no obligation quote on a new or upgraded system for your home or business, courtesy of Pye Barker Fire and Safety.
It's been a fun game tonight, especially if you're a Jackson Bronx fan. Things going Jackson's way. 33-7. Powell Panthers. The one bright spot was that drive where Lincoln Crawford did get loose for one big carry and then the touchdown run, but otherwise Jackson's done a good job bottling up the biggest threat running back wise, one of the biggest they've seen this year. Crawford doesn't have the numbers really all season. They've used him sparingly. I think they just discovered they have a running back in Lincoln Crawford last week when the junior toted it for over 180 yards on 34 carries. He was a workhorse against Green River, and I think the light bulb went on with head coach Chase Kinsler, who said, you know what, Kistler, he's like, I might have a running back here. I'm going to see what 22 can do against the Bronx, but Jackson's been really tough on the run all year long, and Crawford hasn't had a lot to work with. Neither has his counterpart on the other side. Cooper Kinsler having a tough time getting untracked out of the Jackson backfield, but they haven't needed him. Boy, are they throwing. Grant Johnson has red hot. And he's got touchdown strikes to Liam Logan, Thomas King, Tyson Kendall. He's spread it around. And he's done that all year. The two top receivers coming in have been Jake Simmons and Tyson Kendall. They both have exactly 42 catches apiece coming into this game. So Johnson's a guy who can definitely spread it around and does. And he's got a lot of weapons, from Kendall and Logan on the outside to Simmons and King inside, slot guys. He can hit you a lot of different ways. And right now, Grant Johnson playing a little pitch and catch with QB2 Ace Emery, who I think we're going to see before long, calling the signals here certainly by the fourth quarter as we get ready to kick off the second half. Jackson up big. And right now, what you worry about is injuries. You want to stay healthy for next week. And Cody, you don't want any injuries here. One injury to report, my man SKG did go out with a little bit of something. We'll see if he returns for the Panther Powells. For the Powell Panther. The Panther Powells, Rowan Diaz went out with an injury, and I don't think he'll return. That looked like a significant left ankle injury, I want to speculate.
Yeah, I didn't think about asking that when I talked to Coach.
Yeah, it's tough. They need him. He factors into the offense. I mean, he gives Crawford a break in the backfield. He's also a handy pass catcher out of the backfield. One of the favorite targets of Tanner Seifert. But, yeah, his loss is going to be felt. Right now, Powell is just got to be figuring out a way to try to get back into this. For the Panthers, it doesn't get any easier. I think next week they have – I want to say they finished with Star Valley.
No, they played Star Valley for Star Valley's homecoming. They already lost to Star Valley. We have Cody. So have they played Evanston yet?
That must be Evanston. And I think they have them at home. Actually, I think Evanston has to make that trip. Evanston right now is on the wrong end of a Star Valley game. They're getting beat up a little bit.
A little?
A little.
Everybody kind of gets beat up by Star Valley. Not going to lie.
Tell you, man.
Just a little. Everyone, a little.
But, Jackson could really put themselves in advantage of postseason if they already made the playoffs. That win over Cody next week, if they can do it, would be huge. Because I don't think you want to see Riverton or Lander in Fremont County. Lander is pretty good.
Who'd we rather
Riverton's
see first?
Very good.
Lander.
You don't want Riverton.
Okay.
Lander is, Lander actually played Riverton pretty close, but that's a rivalry. Riverton's playing on another level. They're the Star Valley of the East. They're having a great year. You don't want them. Jackson right now, if you froze it in time, would match up with probably the Lander Valley team, and that would be a good game. But over in Lander, I'd have to call Lander at least a field goal favorite, if not a touchdown favorite. But anything's possible the way that Jackson's playing. That explosive offense. Jackson's never out of the game.
I mean, no. And you think they could upset everything next week by beating Cody.
It's always the Battle of the Bronx. Cody's had Jackson's number for a long time.
Which is, maybe it's our turn.
Maybe
it is. A little orange and black going.
We're getting ready to kick this one off. Jackson moving left to right on your YouTube dial. They'll get the kick here as they won the toss, elected to defer. So Jackson will receive. And they got two deep. Their return men are not very deep. They're standing at the 15-yard line. I don't know why that is. Oh, the girl's kicking. No respect for the girl. That's terrible. They do.
Why they're doing what? Oh, they're back farther?
Their return team, instead of standing at their own 5 or 2, they're standing all the way out at the 15 as the girl kicks one. What is her name? She boots this one, not out of bounds.
Is she not on the list?
It is out of bounds. So I can't get a number, that's all. It's just too far away. Hold on. Number 1. And that would be Ivy Agee. Oh, yeah. We saw her last year. Ivy kicked for this team, I'm pretty sure.
She did? I don't remember. Oh, I like her last name. I know some other Agees.
Ivy Agee with a kick. Jackson will get it at their own 15 as that ball did.
Is it still moving?
It's still rolling.
It's still rolling there. Oh, no, my God. Oh, no. Okay.
It was caught, and then whoever that was for the Bronx stepped out of bounds. So, oops. And at the 15, so Jackson's kind of pinned in deep in their own zone. 1st and 10 for their 15. All the starters still out there for the Bronx as they'll take over the big lead here. On that far hash, Johnson in the shotgun. All the receivers to the left. The give is to Kinsler. He's got blockers. Eludes one tackler, another, and there's Cooper Kinsler with a breakout run. All the way out across midfield. Cooper Kinsler using his blocks and his biggest run of the night. Take a look at it again here. I like this a lot. Cooper Kinsler gets a nice block on the edge, breaks one tackle, and he is gone. Scampers all the way to the Powell 46-yard line. 1st and 10 Bronx. Johnson to throw, fires, got Liam Logan at the 40. Logan breaks one tackle and is finally hauled down at the 32-yard line of the Powell Panthers, and that's another 1st down. Liam Logan is tough to bring down. He's a big guy. We don't talk about his size enough, but how many times has Liam Logan gone up and won a 50-50 battle? As here is Marco Rosales. He shucks off a few tacklers and gets a 4-yard pickup, second and 6.
Fast.
So just underway here in the second half, and Jackson starting at their own 15 is already down to the Panther 29. Johnson to throw, Liam Logan with the catch, but he's immediately contacted by a couple of Panthers. Brock Frank finishes off Logan at the 29. It's really no gain on that play. It'll bring up 3rd and 7 for the Bronx. Kinsler after the big run as Marco Rosales came to give him a breather, and now Kinsler is back out there. In the shotgun to give to Kinsler. No, a fake. The pass on the play action is caught, but short of the first down. Good quick tackle on Logan. And the Bronx look like they're going to lead the offense out there and go for it. 4th down at about 5 here.
Oh my gosh, listen
now
to that
4th and, I think it's 4th and 3, although the scoreboard says 1. 4th and short, let's call it that. In the shotgun, Grant Johnson, Kinsler in motion, now comes back. Cooper doing the old run out, run back show. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Now Kinsler sets up behind Johnson. Johnson with the snap. Give to Cooper. Kinsler straight ahead. He's got a first down and more as he drags tacklers inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line of the Panthers. And a first down, Bronx. Good carry between the tackles by Kinsler. He wasted no time there. Just put his head down and blew through the line. First down. Inside the Panthers 20. Johnson to throw, far side, throws it up there, and it's incomplete. Looking for Jake Simmons. Simmons, I don't know if he turned around and even saw that pass. It was very well thrown. Simmons was not open by a whole lot. And Grant Johnson dropped it right in there on him. And Simmons, I think he turned around at the last second to see that. 2nd and 10 now. Johnson with Kinsler in motion. Pitches to him. Cooper Kinsler trying to bounce it outside. Nothing doing. Panthers stop Kinsler with no gain. It'll be 3rd and 10 now for the Bronx. And the Panthers have come out of the locker room playing a little defense here. They kicked off to the Bronx to start this half. Jackson on the move, though. Johnson wants to throw, has time. Looking for Cooper Kinsler. Touchdown to Kinsler. And Grant Johnson has just thrown another touchdown strike. How many is that on the day? As we take another look, Cooper Kinsler out of the backfield. The Panthers do not account for Kinsler, who slipped out. And Grant Johnson finds him in the end zone for the touchdown pass. And the Bronx keep piling it on as Flanagan in to try the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bronx lead this one 40-7. Let me update the Big O scoreboard here. Oh my, Big O scoreboard showing Jackson 40, Powell 7. Big O in the Target Plaza reminds you that all their tires are backed by that tire protection plan. Ask Big O about it. It's available for the lifetime protection on your new tire purchase at any of over 500 Big O dealerships. Big O in the Target Plaza. The Big O scoreboard looking real friendly for the Bronx. It's Jackson 40, Powell 7. And I don't remember a running touchdown. All these touchdowns by the Bronx have been passes from Johnson.
Yeah, I think
to
so.
add, he has not thrown a pick, so he came into this with, well, let me check. He came in with 23 touchdown passes to 6 interceptions, so 23. He's got now 6 more.
Can't do the math.
What a year Johnson is having. Here comes the kick from Jackson. And to receive for the Panthers. Who wants it? There we go. Catch at the 5, out to the 20, out to the 24, 25-yard line. Can't see who that is on the return.
Takes the return back to their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, that was Brock Frank on the return. Had a pretty good one to set the Panthers up at their own 25-yard line. 1st and 10. Powell just the one touchdown that came in the first quarter and mostly out of the running of Lincoln. Mostly out of the running of Lincoln Crawford, who is still in there in the I formation. Up under center is Tanner Seifert. The snap and the give to Crawford right side, and there's nothing doing. Big pile there of players, and gain of nothing for Crawford to be 2nd and 10. Yeah, I think now with Rowan Diaz out, Jackson can really tee off on Crawford. They don't fear Seifert is going to throw the ball. Tanner was able to burn him on that one pass play, but right now the Broncs are just keying on number 22, and Lincoln Crawford just not finding a lot of room between the tackles. Seifert up under center, I formation, man in motion. The snap, and back to throw is Seifert. He wants to throw, fires incomplete.
Seifert's pass is overthrown, incomplete. That brings up 3rd and 10.
Little high. Seifert was looking for David Yates on that play. Pass incomplete will bring up 3rd and 10. Just under 8 minutes to go in the third. Jackson with the first possession of the second half just marched right down the field behind a big Cooper Kinsler run and ended that drive with a touchdown. The Panthers trying to answer here. In the shotgun, Seifert wants to throw, has time, fired over the middle, pass caught. That's a first down catch, and that was a bullet, Kimmy. Whoo, that one was a whistler.
Good for 15 yards and a Powell first down.
15-yard completion to David Yates, the guy he wanted just the previous play. This time the pass right on the money. And Seifert just threw a rope. First down catch. A rope. Frozen rope. 1st and 10 from their own 40. Seifert to the gun again. And he wants to throw again. He has plenty of time. Throws incomplete. And a pass intended for Brock Frank, but he was double covered.
I was just going to say, he threw that into some traffic.
Yeah, that might not have been the guy you wanted there.
You know what? Why not go for it now, though? Right?
Jackson was all
Show
over that
boldness.
One. They had...
what do you got to lose?
They had Frank covered inside, outside, top, bottom. There was nothing there. Seifert tried to squeeze it in, but couldn't do it. 2nd and 10. Panthers with the ball at their own 41-yard line. Their first possession of the second half, and they trailed big, just trying to do things to make positive steps here. I formation, Seifert under center. Gives to Crawford, right side. Crawford breaking tackles, hard runner, and he picks up 8. It'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Tush push.
Maybe if you had Crawford behind you. Lincoln's had a good game. I just don't understand why he hasn't been more a part of this offense earlier in the season. He's a hard runner. Man. 3rd and 2, certainly a makeable. And the Panthers in their trademark in no hurry to snap the ball huddle. See what they do here. I got to think it's going to be more a Crawford. Seifert with a hard count. Almost got the Broncs to jump, but they didn't. Now he's going to step back and change the play maybe. Another hard count, and the give to Crawford. Crawford gets rid of one tackler, and he's going to be short. Crawford did escape one tackle behind the line of scrimmage, but his surge is going to come up a yard short. It'll be 4th and 1. And from here, I would think Powell would just go ahead and go for it. They need something positive to go their way. 4th and 1, that sounds like another Crawford run to me. As Seifert comes in from the sidelines with the play.
Making their way down.
It is Crawford's second man of the I formation. Tanner Seifert up under center. One receiver split wide left. Snap. Pitch to Crawford. Crawford's got the first down and more as he bounces it outside. Crawford all the way down the left sidelines and knocked out of bounds.
Nice run.
And a big carry by Lincoln Crawford. And that's kind of similar to the carry he had earlier. He is pretty fast for a big guy. And watch him bounce this outside. You see Kendall takes kind of a bad angle, and boy, he outran Tyson Kendall.
Yeah, he did.
No, that was Garrett Seal. Seal took a bit of a bad angle on him, and Crawford just ran away from him. First and goal from inside the Jackson 10. Pitch to Crawford, right side, picking his way behind some blocks. He'll go down to about the 5, pick up of a couple. It'll be second and goal from just inside the Jackson 5. Down to 5 minutes to go in the third. He'll place the ball favorable spot for the Panthers at the 4. So second and goal from the 4-yard line. Powell's on the move here thanks to number 22, Lincoln Crawford, having a game. As Seifert comes in from the sideline, again with the play. Tanner Seifert's run about 15 miles today. Sideline to huddle. In the I formation, Seifert under center. The snap and the give to Crawford again. Bounces it outside. That was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Seals got him and everybody got there. Crawford gave the Bronx time to get to him, and that's just what they did. Gain of maybe a yard. Third down and goal.
Maybe I need to call Jet and ask him why he, when he was quarterback, why he had to run over to the sideline.
Yeah.
To get the message.
It's just
we need to ask that.
Look how far he runs in from
I know he gets lots of exercise.
Can they not signal something with hand signals? I don't. It just seems like so much wear and tear on your poor quarterback. Brock Frank is split wide to the right here, and now whistle before the play.
Timeout?
And a timeout.
Okay.
It's going to be charged to the Panthers. They just couldn't get it together. And this is an important play call. Third and goal from the 3.5 with 3:48 to go in the third. They want to be sure about this. If you're the Bronx, I mean, it's Crawford or perhaps the play action and watch for Tanner to kind of boot it and look for Bronk. I don't know. He does not have the benefit of throwing to Diaz out of the backfield. This normally would be the time where they would fake a handoff to Crawford and throw to Diaz, but Diaz is out with that injury, so that leaves just a couple of targets for Tanner Seifert. That would be Brock Frank, or he also likes Brecken Colby, perhaps. But I think they got to run it here. I don't know if they let Seifert throw it. Third down and goal. You don't need it all here. You got another down. I'm sure they're not going to kick a field goal. Seifert brings them up in the eye, and it's Crawford standing at the Jackson 10. Seifert under center. The snap. The fake to Crawford, and Seifert's going to take it himself, and he's in.
Didn't go over in the corner. I missed it.
Tanner Seifert with a bootleg around the left side, and he took advantage of the fact the Bronx were all looking for number 22, and Tanner Seifert with a naked boot on the left side and runs it in for the touchdown. It'll be Ivy Agee to kick the extra point, the soccer star for the Powell Lady Panthers, as she eyes this one to try to make it 40-14. Snap good. The hold is down. The kick is through. Ivy Agee has it. And the Powell Panthers struck with their second touchdown of the night. This is a team that's really struggled scoring this season.
That was a nice run.
Nice call. That was a good call. Worth taking the time out, I think. Trying to figure out what would do it. That was a smart play because certainly the Bronx had to think it was going to be Lincoln Crawford again. And the fake to him was a good one. Tanner looked like he stuck that ball in Crawford's gut, and he just all of a sudden peeled out to the left side. You're like, uh-oh, quarterback still got that ball. And the touchdown scampers. So 40-14. Powell showing a little bit of life here with 3:43 to go in the third. And it'll be AG to kick. Jackson sends out Cooper Kinsler and Marco Rosales to return. Kinsler, the near back. And on the far side, top of your screen is Rosales. Rosales standing on the 15. Kinsler back at his own 10. It will be AG doing the kicking. She has kicked her kicks almost out of bounds to the right side. I think that's intentional. We'll see if she tries that again.
Eyes are on her.
Ball teed up at the 40. AG says she's ready and puts a foot to it. And it is that pooch kick. Rosales will field at his own 20. Out to the 25, the 30, coming near side, trying to get the edge, and just barely does before he's knocked out of bounds short of the 40. Called at the 38. Good return from Marco Rosales to set the Jackson Bronx up in good field position here. And now it's all about seeing who, if you're Coach Johnson, I think you send that top unit back out for one more possession at least, especially since the Panthers scored on that last drive. I don't know if you're too nervous, really, but you still want your starters out there, and it looks like that's the case. Kinsler in the backfield with Johnson. 3 receivers wide left, top of your screen, 1 to the right. Man in motion is Jake Simmons. Kinsler goes with him, and now they both go right back where they were. Grant Johnson wants to see if the Panthers are in man or zone with that motion, and they're in man. That's obvious. Johnson to throw. Kinsler out of the backfield. Got a little bit of room. Kinsler breaks one tackle, and he's all the way up to midfield on a nice little pitch and catch. Cooper Kinsler's so fast. He catches that pass in the flat, and if you don't tackle him right away, he's got 10 automatically. And a ball out to midfield exactly. 1st and 10 for the Bronx. 3:20 to go in the third. Johnson of the shotgun. Kinsler in the backfield with him. 1 receiver right, 3 to the left. Snap, and the give is to Kinsler. Near side, right side. Kinsler knocked out of bounds. Pick up a 4. 2nd and 6 coming.
Kinsler finds a little space around the right side. Picks up 3 yards.
Cooper Kinsler, also the workhorse for the Bronx out of the backfield. He's had the majority of the touches all year long, probably 90% of the carries. He has really toted the rock this season. Johnson to throw, has time. Looking long again on that far side. It's caught. It's Thomas King, and he's going in for a touchdown.
Johnson's pass to King is complete. Jackson touchdown.
Let's take a look at that one again. That ball was underthrown, but Thomas King came back for it, and he's got the size to just haul it in here as the coverage not great. Boy, Panthers they play man-to-man and no safety help. And I feel for the Powell secondary. Golly.
I'm going to guess by this point, I think Grant's hit it.
Grant's probably a 2,000-yard guy.
He's probably at 2,000.
He's also got how many touchdowns? The extra point is good. And, we'll take a break just to add the numbers up right now. We'll be right back with Jackson leading this one big.
Hey Bronx fans, want the best security for your home or business? Well, call the local experts today at Pye Barker Fire and Safety, formerly known as Mountain Alarm. Pye Barker provides world-class fire, security, life safety, and surveillance, teamed with unmatched customer service and the highest-rated 24/7 monitoring. With their state-of-the-art systems, you can get text or email alerts in the event of an alarm or view live and recorded video on any device. You can also remotely control your thermostat, lights, lock, locks, garage doors, and so much more. Call 307-733-5844 today to get a free assessment and no obligation quote on a new or upgraded system for your home or business, courtesy of Pye Barker Fire and Safety.
You're watching and listening to live coverage of Jackson Hole High School sports on KZ95.
All right, big old scoreboard falling behind a little. Now I'm up there, 47-14. I was checking, the yards passing on the year for Johnson. We'll look at that in a minute. Here's the kick from the Bronx all the way back at his own goal line and coming out with it. And a good return to the 27-yard line. A real nice return. That's Braxton Nelson with a return for the Powell Panthers, setting them up in decent field position. Yeah, I'll get you just a minute. I'll tell you what Johnson needed to get to the 2,000 mark. He is got to be close, if not there.
I think he's over, but...
First and 10 Panthers. Tanner Seaford rolling to his right. Wants a man down the right sideline. Incomplete. He wanted it all. Good coverage there. Stride for stride for the Bronx.
That's incomplete. That brings up 2nd and 10 for the Panthers.
That was on the coverage. It was Joshua Flores Jacobson. Let me look at Johnson's total passing. 1,713 yards coming in. So he needed 387. Is that right?
Oh, he's close.
That's a pass play complete to the 40-yard line.
Seaford's pass is complete.
By Seaford.
Picks up 12 yards.
He's close.
First down for Powell.
Yeah, he needed...
He's close.
He came in with 1,713, so he needed... Oh, no, I'm sorry. He needed only two... Oh, he did it. He needed only 287 yards.
Oh, he was at 268 at halftime.
Right,
he's
so
well
he's done
over
it.
that. He's well
Grant,
over it.
Grant Johnson's now 2,000-yard passer on the year. And even more impressively, by my count, he's got 28 touchdown passes on the year. And there's a big run up the middle by the Powell Panthers. And that's, I don't know. I think Tyler Wenzel. I got to start looking at my binoculars now as it's getting to be dark.
Definitely a Friday nights under the lights.
Powell Panthers on the move a little bit here. First down in Jackson territory at the Bronx 46-yard line. Tanner Seaford in the shotgun. Tanner gets the snap, wants to throw, fires. And he had a man, but incomplete.
That was a bullet, man.
That was a bullet. Pass intended for Braxton Nelson, but incomplete. And I think that is Tyler Wenzel in the backfield, replacing Crawford, who's probably just pretty tired at this point. As Tanner brings them up, 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. In the shotgun, 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Another throw here as Seaford wants it all. Right side. Pass is caught, but out of bounds.
Oh, darn.
I believe. They're going to say he caught it. And they're going to say he caught that ball inbounds.
I was like, we can't see this far away.
That's good for a Powell first down.
That is a long pass play all the way down to the Jackson 8-yard line, and a big pass play to Tanner Seaford. I thought that ball was caught out of bounds, but the referees give the catch to the Panthers, and suddenly they're knocking on the door with 1:27 left in the third. Powell lines them up. Lincoln Crawford is back in the backfield. He's the second man in the I formation. Seifert gives it to Crawford. Bounces off one tackle on the right side. And now hauled down by a host of Bronx tacklers at a pickup of a couple.
Second and goal from the 5-yard line.
Second down and goal from the Jackson 5. Clock running down to 1:05 in the third. Panthers trying for their third score of the game. I don't know that Powell has had 3 touchdowns in any game this year. They've really been challenged with scoring. This is a team averaging, I think, like 10 points a game. But they're on a move here. Tanner Seifert under center, gets the snap. The fake to Crawford. Tanner rolls right, wants to throw, fires end zone, and it's incomplete. Seifert knocked hard out of bounds, by the way, and he's slow to get up.
At the 7-yard line.
He is up. He never got rid of that ball. I think he faked the throw, and he's knocked out of bounds with the sack. Yeah, they're going to put it all the way back at the 7. Seifert never got that off, and he was knocked hard out of bounds. So third down now for the Panthers. Third and goal from the 7. And this is a little long for Crawford, I think. You might have to throw here. We'll see if they have Seifert try to roll out. They do have I formation, Seifert in the shotgun. Under center. Seifert is rolling to his left. The same play they just scored on, but this time nothing doing. Marco Rosales was out there, and that is not going to work for the Panthers.
They didn't even gain any yards, did they?
Rosales with a big stop at the 5. That play gained about a yard, and that'll do it for the quarter. So the Panthers have a little bit of time to decide what to do here, faced with 4th and goal at the 6-yard line. We'll come back with the fourth quarter right after these. Jackson Bronx 47, Powell Panthers 14.
Cashmere, silk, down, or denim, Blue Spruce Cleaners is where you take them. We have a friendly, knowledgeable staff eager and happy to serve you in 2 locations and on the road with daily pickup and delivery service and expert tailoring on site. We offer the best in green, effective, and gentle cleaning with Green Earth Cleaning and professional laundry for your sweaters, gowns, comforters, and linens. Blue Spruce Cleaners is a recognized reduce, reuse, recycle business leader, providing green, affordable, and friendly service to our community for over 20 years. Whatever the season, whatever the reason, Blue Spruce Cleaners.
Let's get back to the live action on KZ95. Here's Jake Nichols.
That wind's been blowing all night,
Blowing. Ugh, it's loud.
Wind's going pretty good. All right, well, the Panthers come out. They're going to try for it here. They trail 47-14. Just underway here in the fourth. 4th down and goal from the Jackson 6. See if the Bronx can hold them off here. And the I formation, Seifert under center. Watch Crawford, second back through. Seifert looks around. Now he wants to shift his running backs a little bit. And the snap. Seifert back to throw. He's rushed heavily. Look out. He fumbled. And the Jackson Bronx recover. It won't matter anyway. That was a 4th down turnover any way you looked at it. Seifert trying to throw on 4th and goal from the 6, and good pressure from the Bronx. And he coughs it up. And the fumble recovery by the Bronx. So Jackson will take over now, just underway in the 4th. We'll see if the Bronx are going to send out a new fleet of guys. I mean, Grant Johnson's done everything you've needed him to do. Due to my poor math, I thought he needed 300-something yards. He only needed 280-something to be a 2,000-yard passer.
And like again, he was almost there at halftime.
Yeah, he did that a while ago.
So yeah, probably right when we came out in the third quarter, he had 30.
It will be Ace Emery in quarterback now. Cooper Kinsler is out, and Coach Johnson has got the second unit out for the Bronx. Ace Emery calling for the snap, gets it. He's going to keep it right side. Actually, that might be Marco Rosales taking the direct snap. I think.
Emery tries around the corner.
No, that was Ace Emery.
Powell recovers.
Oh, and he fumbled.
Uh-oh.
And a Powell recovery. Oh, boy.
How did we miss that?
I did not see that. So Emery with a fumble. That'll turn the ball over to the Panthers in the 15-yard line. Powell will take over. So a
they've
golden
got-
opportunity for
Yeah.
Powell.
4 more to punch it in.
Wow, Ace Emery, who we've seen him throw a couple explosive touchdown passes, but coughs it up here. And the Powell Panthers right back on offense. Seifert under center. And the give is to Crawford straight ahead. He's got blocking. Crawford breaks 1 tackle, 2, and he's in. Touchdown. Lincoln Crawford, his second touchdown run of the game. And the Panthers' 3rd touchdown of the game. And for Powell, I believe that is their highest offensive output of the season. They got to be happy with that. And the extra point awaiting from Ivy Agee. She's been perfect on the other 2. Trying to make it a 27-point game. A 26-point game if she can hit this. Jackson 47, the Panthers 20. Ivy eyes it, puts a foot to it. That's no good.
Agee's extra point is no good.
Oh, you jinxed her.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you
Sorry,
did. You said
Ivy.
she was perfect. As soon as you say that, you know that happens. Sorry, Ivy.
Ivy misses that one with 11:37 to go in regulation. It's Jackson 47, Powell 20. I'll take a look at what Powell has done offensively this year. I'll take a look at their score. I don't think they've scored 3 touchdowns on anybody, so that would be kind of a positive deal.
Maybe they'll go in and beat Evanston next week.
Powell scored 20 in a loss to Warland, and that was the most they've scored all season in that losing effort to Warland. So this would equal their highest offensive output of the year. That's impressive against Jackson. Good job by Powell. Jackson Bronx again with the second unit out. Ace Emery taking over the quarterbacking chores. Marco Rosales is in the backfield to replace Cooper Kinsler. I think we're seeing a little bit of Liam McPeak perhaps also in the backfield. I thought I saw number 3. Here comes the kick from Agee. Jackson, 2 men standing at their own 15 to receive. Ivy puts a foot to it. The kick is Squibbler up the middle there, and here comes the return out to the Jackson 25, where the Bronx will take over. It's Kinsler on the return.
Kickoff return back to their own 25-yard line.
Let's see if things can go a little better for Ace Emery, as he fumbled on his last play on that running play. Turned the ball over to Powell, and Powell converted it into 6 on the touchdown run from Lincoln Crawford, who's had a great game.
Listen to that wind.
Yeah, a little bit of wind.
All night long.
Emery with a hard count. He got one guy to jump, but not far enough. And now Ace looks to the sideline to get the plays. In the shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Emery hands off, near side, out to the 30, 35, 40, and a big run for the Jackson Bronx. It's Marco Rosales with his biggest run of the night and maybe the season. Good run for Rosales, who is pretty good return man. I mean, we know he can pop it. He's got some speed. That's a first down carry all the way out to the 45-yard line for the Bronx. Ace Emery in the shotgun again. Looks around. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Rosales again in the backfield with him. The snap and the give is to Marco one more time. Rosales picks his way carefully to midfield where he's down. Pickup of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. In fact, Rosella's still moving the pile.
2nd and 5 for the Bronx.
Let's see where they spotted. I think they whistled him down at midfield. They did.
5.
Ball on the near hash, 2nd and 5 for the Bronx. Second unit in for Jackson with 10.5 minutes to go in regulation. Jackson up by 27, 47-20. In the shotgun, Emery. Ace gets a snap, wants pass incomplete off the hands of his intended receiver, trying to just a quick hitter there in the flat, but it was incomplete. Ball right on the money, but not William Dreyer, just couldn't handle it. It'll be 3rd and 5. Ace Emery comes in with the play. Jackson will go huddle here with that second unit, and
no fast pick-me-ups.
3 receivers to the right. Rosales in the backfield. Emery is going to give to Rosales. Gets away from one tackler, another, and finally brought down. That was the hardest 1-yard run you'll see. But it's going to leave Jackson short. 4th and 4 from the Panther 49, and we'll see what Jackson does. They may decide to go for it just to give the offense some reps and just to give the defense a bit of a challenge. We'll see. Yeah, they're going to go. Emery comes out. 4th and 4 now. Ball at the Panther 49-yard line. Jackson has to get it to the 45. Emery in the shotgun has Rosales to his left hip. Now Rosales in motion to the right side. Emery to throw, has time, fires, has a man off the hands, incomplete. And that ball was right where it needed to be again. And one more time, it's Davis Moen who dropped the pass. The ball right on his hands.
It's got to be cold out there. It's cold up here with the wind. Yeah. So I'm going to say that, to me, that would make it hard to catch.
Yeah, it's cold if you've been on the sidelines all night and then you come out but credit Emery, both those passes were right on the money, and Moen just couldn't pull it in. So Jackson turns it over on downs. Panthers in good field position at their own 48-yard line. They'll take over, trailing 40-27. Tanner Seifert up under center, I formation, 1 receiver split wide right for the Panthers. The handoff is to Crawford on a delayed draw, and he is swallowed up on the left side for no gain, 2nd and 10. A good job by the Bronx to figure out that was a delayed handoff as Tanner Seifert tried to pretend he was going to throw that ball. 2nd and 9, they're going to give Crawford a yard. Crawford has to have touched the ball again for nearly 30 carries at this point. He has been a workhorse. 2nd and 9, Panthers just shy of midfield. They take over on downs. Seifert the snap. Fake to Crawford, wants to throw. Liam McPeak is chasing him down and forces an incomplete pass. McPeak was in pursuit of Crawford, of Seifert rather, and he had to get rid of it before he wanted to. That pass incomplete. 3rd down, 9. Clock stops at 8:34 to play in regulation. Jackson up big here. And the second unit out there for the most part for the Bronx. On defense as well, see a lot of different faces out there. Garrett Seals is still out there in the secondary, but other than that, a lot of second unit guys on defense. Seifert up under center, the snap and the give to Crawford. Ball's out, fumble, and it's picked up by Liam McPeak, and they brought down McPeak with a fumble recovery at the 35-yard line of the Panthers. McPeak was thinking about a scoop and score, but Crawford reached out and just did grab his ankle. Oh, Liam was looking for the touchdown there. Oh, boy, it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Bronx at the Panther 35-yard line. And a good job by McPeak. What's up?
Oh, no, I was just trying to see who forced the fumble.
It'll be a Jackson Bronx first down from the Powell. 35
Bronx with, again, a short field. How many times have they started a drive in Panther territory? A lot tonight. Powell Panthers have not helped themselves out defensively. That defense been on the field a long time tonight. Bronx break the huddle. Ace Emery again, he's in at quarterback this fourth quarter. Grant Johnson simply tired of throwing the ball. The give to Rosales, right side. He's got a little bit of room, drags tacklers to the 30, pick up a 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Rosales is quick.
Yeah, he usually returns the football, right, on kickoffs. What? Oh, do I have it?
Yeah, he's usually a return guy, but we've seen him in the backfield. He's fast. 8 minutes to play. Jackson Bronx, 3 receivers left. The give to Rosales. No, keeping it is Ace Emery, and he's got room.
Whoa.
Ace Emery, he's going all the way. Touchdown, Emery. The fake to Marco Rosales. Everybody thought Marco was getting it. And watch Ace. Ace got a little bit of speed as well. And off he goes. Nice seal block there to seal the edge, and Emery is gone. Touchdown, Bronx. Like they needed it, as they are piling it on tonight for the first time in recent memory. 50, they break the 50-point mark. Emery's got something wrong. They're missing a player. Rosales coming out. They're showing him, you got to be right here, Marco.
Right here. Yeah, see, you got it. All right.
Snap, the hold, and the kick from Flanagan is good. And the Jackson Bronx make it 54 to 20. Golly, let's take a break. Jackson 54, Powell 20. We'll be right back with more on the home of the Bronx, KZ95, the Jackson Hole Radio.
Hey Bronx fans, want the best security for your home or business? Well, call the local experts today at Pye Barker Fire and Safety, formerly known as Mountain Alarm. Pye Barker provides world-class fire, security, life safety, and surveillance, teamed with unmatched customer service and the highest-rated 24/7 monitoring. With their state-of-the-art systems, you can get text or email alerts in the event of an alarm or view live and recorded video on any device. You can also remotely control your thermostat, lights, locks, garage doors, and so much more. Call 307-733-5844 today to get a free assessment and no obligation quote on a new or upgraded system for your home or business, courtesy of Pye Barker Fire and Safety.
Your home for Jackson Hole High School sports is KZ95. Let's get back to the game.
Yes, one's been all Jackson as the Bronx pile it on the Panthers. Kickoff coming here for the Bronx. Line drive kick, and that's through the end zone for another touchback and a good boot from Alexi Belo. And the Panthers will start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Wanted to check the out-of-town scoreboard. If I'm the Cody Bronx and I'm scoreboard watching,
I'd be a little worried.
My eyes might be popping open. I'd be like, oh boy, we got these guys, this offensive juggernaut coming to Park County next week.
Who's Cody playing tonight?
Ooh, my. Park County is trying to get a score from them. Cody's playing Green River.
Okay.
And I don't have a very good update. It's still 7-0 in the first. They've got to be further along than that. Meanwhile, here come the Powell Panthers. Big hit as Lincoln Crawford picks up 15 yards on the carry, but what a shot.
Who was that on the tackle?
I think that was 17. We're getting to where I don't know a lot of these numbers. That was Jaro Quintana Perez, I believe, on that hit. 15-yard pickup, though, for the Panthers. They got the ball out to the 35. Another first down and another Crawford carry. He has been a workhorse tonight for Powell. Panthers come up again. It looks like still 10 or Seaford in there at quarterback. High formation. Crawford, second man. They're going to give it to the first man through, and this play is going to work for about 8 or 9. That's the up back. Up back fullback is Tyler Wenzel in the game, again, due to the injury to Rowan Diaz. Wenzel is kind of the lead block back for Crawford, gets one of the rare carries, and that fooled the Bronx as he was through the offensive line before they even identified him. Pickup of 9, 2nd and 1. Ball at the 44, the Panthers.
All right.
Tanner Seiferd's going all the way at quarterback for Powell. He missed the last 2 weeks, injured in that Cody game. One receiver split wide left. I formation under center is Tanner Seiferd. Seiferd fake to Crawford, wants to throw, fires far side. Pass is dropped, intended for Brock Frank.
Couldn't see where it
And
was.
Frank could not pull it in. Would have been a first down catch, but Brock just dropped it. And with 6:05, the clock stops. 54-20 Jackson. Powell faced with a 3rd and short here. 3rd down 1. And it smells like Crawford time, doesn't it? 3rd and 1. I think you dial up a whole lot of Lincoln here. Crawford is in there behind Wenzel. I formation. As the Panthers come out heavy, Jackson stacks the box. They know Crawford's getting the ball. He does. Crawford breaks through the left side. He's got a big gainer.
Yep, first down.
Yeah, pickup of 7. He needed 1 and a first down carry. Ball into Jackson territory now to the 48-yard line. And Crawford just hits the hole so fast. He does not wait around to see where the blocks are set. He doesn't care. He's like, give me that football. Yeah, I'll find a hole. I'll make a hole, whatever it takes. And a good carry from Crawford and a first down Panthers. Again, it's that second unit in for the Jackson defense, but Powell leaving most of their starters out there trying to get something to feel good about for a team that has not won at all this year. Tanner Seifert under center, I formation, wants to throw. Heavy pressure, fires, pass almost intercepted. The pass was overthrown and pass was nearly picked off. That was Travis Moen, and that's his second drop tonight.
He almost had it. Again, it's cold out there. I'm going to give him a little credit. That football's got to hurt.
Moen dropped one as a wide receiver, and he dropped that. It was a sure pick as that ball was overthrown. Moen just playing center field safety. It was thrown right to him, and he dropped it. Injury on the field with 5:11 to go. And it's a Powell Panther. That's Tanner Seifert again. And, you know, they have a decent QB, too. I would just tell Tanner to take the night off here and let Foley quarterback. Foley did not look too bad last week against Green River. And if I'm Coach Kistler, I put Foley out there and tell Tanner, hey.
A senior?
No, Tanner's a junior. He's got another year to play. And he's coming off an injury.
Because, I mean, if you're out for football and you want to play, you want to play.
And it is Karcher Foley, the sophomore now, that will come in at quarterback. Foley up under center. The snap, Foley wants to throw heavy rush. He gets rid of it, and this is a nice screen pass. This is going to go all the way down to the 28-yard line. And a nice little screen as they caught Jackson really blitzing, heavy pressure. And a little screen pass to Tyler Wenzel is good for a big gainer. That gashes the Bronx all the way down to the 27-yard line of Jackson. So Karcher Foley comes in, and on his first play as quarterback,
good throw.
He's 1 for 1. Yeah. Foley's still in there. Shotgun behind him with Lincoln Crawford second back. Wenzel the up back. Behind center, the pitch is to Crawford coming right side. Wenzel tried to set a block for him, but nothing doing. Whole bunch of Bronx there. Flags fly as 3 Bronx in on the tackle. Gain of nothing, maybe even a loss of a yard. We'll see what the flags are about. It has been a relatively free penalty game. We have penalty-free game. We have not had.
No. And hey, wait, do they have pink flags out there again?
Yeah.
We wear pink in October.
That'll be holding on Powell, so the no-yard gain is going to be a 10-yard penalty. It's going to bring out 5-yard penalty, 1st and 15.
Yep.
No, that should be more than 5-yard. Should be 1st and 20. There they go. 1st and 20 for the Panthers. You're at the Bronx 37-yard line. Karcher Foley in at quarterback to replace Tanner Seifert, who went off with a bit of a limp. Foley under pressure here. Lost the ball. Gets it back. He's down. Flags fly. I'm not sure what that's about. They might have just been marking the spot.
I think it was just marking the spot, yeah.
Yeah,
but it looked like a flag,
Foley
but it's
went
a
down,
little,
yeah. Just marking. That normally would be a blue flag to mark the spot of the fumble. All the way back to the 45 now. Jackson and Powell's going the wrong way. Brings up 2nd and forever. They got to get to the Jackson's 18-yard line. The ball's at the 45. What's that math? It's a lot.
Yeah.
3:40 to go in regulation.
So we got 28 yards.
It's a bunch. Foley brings him up. We'll see if he goes. He hardly ever goes in shotgun, and he's still going to be under center. I formation. Foley with a snap gives to the first man through Wenzel. He moves the pile. Pickup of about 3, but they need more than that.
4 yards on the play. 5 yards.
It'll bring up 3rd and very long for Powell, with the clock still ticking away down to 3 minutes and counting.
I don't like the footballs getting thrown on the sidelines here.
3rd down and the whole bunch. The board says 13, but there's no way. 3rd
I'm
and
still looking 10.
3rd and 23, I think.
23, yeah.
Add 10 to that. As Karcher Foley comes in with a play from the sidelines. Tanner Seifert might have just been tired running back and forth with the plays. Foley is in the shotgun. That's rare. Here's the snap. Back to throw. Has time. Wants it all. Right side. And that's knocked down. Incomplete. Good coverage. That play was not open. And good coverage there by the Jackson Bronx. That was, again, Yaro Cantana Perez, who had a chance to pick that off, but he just knocked it down. And that's actually the smart play, Yaro.
Yeah, knock it down.
You don't want to intercept that. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. It's 4th down now. Had that been 4th down, you want to knock it down. Now it's 4th. And Powell is going to go, leaving the offense out there. Now you don't want to pick one. Now you want to knock it down. Ball at the Jackson 41-yard line. Panthers faced with a 4th and 23. They go empty, which is very rare for the Panthers. Foley in the shotgun, has time. Now he's going to tuck it and run right side. He picks up 3, knocked out of bounds, but that's not going to be anywhere near enough. And Jackson will take over now with just over 2 minutes to go. The Bronx will take over good field position and looking just to grind it out at this point, 54-20. I imagine Ace Emery's just going to be handing off to Rosales, and that's about it. Try to put a bow on this one. Jackson Bronx on senior night knew they had to take care of business against the winless Panthers, and boy, had they. Grant Johnson with a historic night statistically.
Yep.
His touchdown to interception ratio is insane, and he's now thrown for over 2,000 yards on the season, putting him in rarefied air. You know, guys like Sadler Smith.
I was just going to ask.
Not many quarterbacks have done that. And a little delay here as they figuring something out. Jackson takes over at their own 38-yard line.
So Sadler did.
And they are going to take a knee with it's not a running clock, so I guess they could take 3 knees, assuming Powell's not going to stop the clock here, and I wouldn't think they would. as they roll clock. We're down to 2 minutes. 2nd and 10 after the knee from, should be 2nd and 11. That loses you a yard or two. As Ace Emery, Coach Johnson, more than willing to just get in victory formation and end this. Powell's got too many players on the field. There goes the last guy. They also have coaches that are standing out in the field. I don't know what could possibly, I mean, they just want to get out of here and get on the bus at this point. They got coaches standing out on the field. There they go, getting back. Another knee for Jackson, and they'll have to do it once more, and that should end it.
3rd down for Jackson.
Bringing up 3rd down. Jackson Bronx sealing a victory here. Boy, that 54 looks pretty impressive, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
I didn't think we could score that much.
I didn't think
sorry,
the
guys.
scoreboard went that high.
Sorry. I mean, I knew you could win, but I didn't know we could score that many touchdowns. Good job.
The big old scoreboard showing the big numbers.
And yay for Powell. They met their...
Powell Panthers equal their season high output of 20 points.
This is our season high.
Tough road game. I mean, there's nothing for Powell to play for tonight, but they showed up, certainly. And Lincoln Crawford had a big game. As Jackson takes one final knee, and that'll do it. I'm going to take a look at that out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep it right here as we watch the Bronx celebrate a big victory over the Powell Panthers. This final, Jackson 54, Powell 20. As both teams meet out at midfield for the handshake. Star Valley at the half. That's the most up-to-date score we have. Star Valley at the half, 38-7 over Evanston. Cody finally got it in gear, and they are punishing the Green River Wolves 42-0 up there in Cody. So, oh boy. I'm not sure how scared Cody is. That 42 zip over the Wolves. Riverton leads Torrington 20-0. Douglas over Buffalo 6 zip in a game that started an hour later than this one. And in the 4A, just in case you're wondering, Campbell County leads Sheridan 10-7 in the 3rd. If that holds, that would end one of the longest winning streaks currently in the nation in high school football. That would be something.
Wow, that would.
Yeah. Well, this one locked up a final. Once again, Jackson did everything they had to do. They get the win. Grant Johnson puts his name in the record books as the quarterback. And the Bronx feeling good as they head north next week to take on the Cody Bronx in the Battle of the Bronx in a game that could mean a lot in postseason. Jackson doesn't need it. They don't have to have it, but they sure would like to get a win next week.
Yeah, it would change their trajectory. Is that the right word?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll go with that.
All right.
With the win, Jackson Bronx improved to 3-1 now in conference. And 6-2 overall. With the loss, the Panthers fall to 0-8 overall, 0-4 in conference. And
wow, I don't think I remember a season since moving to Powell and even prior to that living in Wyoming that they've not won a game.
Powell, it's just
I know,
just
it's
not
just
their
one of those
year.
years.
I mean,
but
they
I'm
graduated
just like,
everyone. Yeah,
I know. In the last 2 years, they've lost a lot.
Oh, there have been plenty of times Powell's come in here and kicked our butts around.
That is true.
We finally got them this season. Yeah, it's not Powell's year. They're such a young team.
Yeah.
They got a future ahead of them. That'll do it for us, though. Once again, it's a final here in Jackson, and we're going to wrap things up on a chilly, windy night at the Willie Mac. On senior night, the Jackson Bronx win this one, 54, the Powell Panthers 20. On behalf of Jackson Hole Radio, I'm Jake. She's Kimmy, and we're going to roll out of here. We'll see you next week. We'll be there in Park County for the big showdown. Bronx against Bronx. Cody and Jackson for the final game of the regular season next Friday night. We'll see you then. Y'all have a great weekend.